He's a little dead meme. Fuck you, little bitch. You think you can fuck with me? Wanna go ring? Fuck you, little bitch. Hey, look, I hope it's brown. Fuck you, little bitch.
Yo, I feel so fucking weird. I feel silly. I feel like I just came out of like a comedy special that was real good, you know? Like I laugh so much I'm sick now. But hey everybody.
It's pretty cool.
Welcome to the Snark Tank. I just got vaccinated, so I feel really funny. And I don't know if it's real or if it's just like I'm just thinking about it too much, you know? Because that tends to happen sometimes. But
oh yeah.
But if I may die by the end of this recording. I might die in the middle, and they're just gonna have to carry on and figure out how to get this shit edited and sorted. Sweeney's just gonna have to learn how to manage things.
I'm already unfortunate how to edit, and that shit sucks. Premiere makes
Editing's
no sense
not that
to me.
bad.
It makes no sense to me because I don't have a background in that at all. It isn't fucking linear math.
Linear math?
Yes.
What the hell are you talking about?
Is there open world math?
There's linear math and there's non-linear math.
What's
linear math is like when
math?
it just like when you just do math like basic algebra is like, oh, this is just straight up linear. I go from side to
Right.
side, and non-linear is when you do certain things at points like PEMDAS and shit.
Oh, so it's like a crossword puzzle kind of.
Yeah, mathematically, yes.
Yeah.
With editing, that's what you're saying?
Yeah, editing just doesn't make sense to me.
I feel like, you know what's interesting about that is like I feel like editing is like the most accessible it's ever been. Not only because like all these like editing softwares are just like freely available to everybody, but because like TikTok in and of itself is just an editor, really. Like you can like Vine was more record stop. It was more like that's like how I learned how to edit when I was a kid, and I would like, oh, how do I cut? And it's just like, oh, you have to like record, then like walk up to the camera, stop recording, then like rewind to a point where you want to cut and then start recording from there. And it was like just really like rudimentary editing. But like TikTok, I feel like probably, I don't even think this is an understatement. I think probably like 80% of like young adults probably know how to edit now in some way, which is fucking weird.
I would say just in the app format, or say like portrait, but if you sat them in front of like a program, like if you gave them like some type of editing program, they would be like, what the fuck do I do? Just because it's just basically the interfaces are so different in that aspect.
Yeah,
and even for like, say, if you give specific things, like if you have like a Photoshop on your phone, it's very different from having Photoshop just on like a computer. It's fucking, I hate editing on the phone. I hate it so much. It's fucking awful.
Yeah, no, it's disgusting. It's why I can't grasp TikTok at all. If I could make good TikToks, but I can't use that fucking editor or just like the way that they and I understand how to do it. And that's the thing. It's like I feel like they would probably still not know how to use the interface of Premiere if you threw it in front of like your average like Zoomer. They probably wouldn't. They would have no fucking clue. But
yeah, absolutely not.
They would definitely have. I feel like they would be more likely to figure it out or to be able to figure it out than people who just don't fuck with TikTok at all.
Yeah. The best thing is people always ask me about certain things, and my answer is always the same. It's check YouTube. Your answer will always be on YouTube. 99.9% of the time, if you need to know how to do something, like, oh, I don't know how to do this, and I look it up, and some asshole put it on there.
How to get away with domestic abuse. Go on YouTube.
I mean, I'm talking about editing, but it's probably there. But I would say when it comes to crimes, I would never take any of their advices because they probably don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
That's just a person confessing on video, basically. Like, he's going to prison immediately after that.
I mean, maybe.
So all of us are vaccinated in some degree. Do we all have just the first shot, I guess?
I took Johnson & Johnson, so I'm completely vaccinated.
Damn, we all got different ones?
That's hilarious.
Damn, you got the fucking...
You got the recalled one.
Yeah, I did. I got the recalled one. That's hilarious.
You got the... Is that the blood clot and blood clot one?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Yeah.
It's like the one that gave 6 people in 1 million blood clots, and now it's
But like that's the thing, though. It's not... That's such a... It's fucked up to say, but I mean that's such a small fucking number.
Oh, it's a small number, but it's still a number, you know. And you know how people complain about everything, you know. So it's like I
feel like it's unreasonable to just because when it comes to like say aspirin, for example, the amount of people that die from aspirin from having a bad reaction because they just can't take it, and it's still on the market, it's still fine. Like it's still, you know, I feel like maybe just because of the panic, it's something that they had to do.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like 6. I don't know. That doesn't seem like
the Johnson & Johnson. When Johnson & Johnson has been tested on every strain. That's the good thing about that vaccine. I know the Pfizer one was not tested on every strain.
Pfizer. And the Pfizer seems to be like the best one overall. Like that seems to be like the fucking Louis Vuitton of vaccines. It's like that's the high end vaccine, and then like Johnson & Johnson is like the bodega vaccine. And Moderna is just sort of like you pick it up at like Best Buy or something, or you order it on Amazon. It's not particularly high end, but really accessible, I guess. So you got Johnson & Johnson, Derrick got Pfizer, I got Moderna. So we have all of we're a perfect case study for this. We're all only on the first one, right?
I only get one.
Oh yeah, you only get one.
Oh yeah, yours is one. Yeah.
And I feel fantastic now. I'm just chilling. I'm just waiting to be able to go outside.
Yeah. What do you mean? What are you waiting for?
Because it usually takes 2 weeks. Just like let it like set in your body for like 2 weeks to see if like everything will be actually be fine. And I'm going on a week right now, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
It's weird that we're kind of here. Like I didn't even know that I was getting one. Like 2 days ago. Like they just sort of like called me up and they were like, "Oh hey, go to JCPenney and get your vaccine." I was like, what?
One sec, dude. Wait. Sorry, we're going to have to cut this. Smokey just called me and her thing just popped up in front of the thing.
Oh, damn it.
Someone's going to be there.
You got to do not disturb, man.
Strange women calling you.
She's a strange woman.
I think every girl I've dated has been at least a little fucking crazy.
I actually don't. I think I've only had one truly crazy ex.
Like, I wouldn't say Lily's crazy, but I would say she's definitely like... She gets a little buck wild sometimes, you know? And I'm just like, damn.
Buck Wild?
Buck
Wild is the name of a contestant on I Love New York, I think.
Yes, it is. Or was it Flavor of Love?
Why the fuck do you guys know that? Why do you know that?
I don't know. Because that's the only time I've ever heard that word was in that show, and never again after that. So he said it, and I just got like VH1 flashbacks of just these like horrible people.
These terrible,
God help me.
People.
I fucking hate the way my brain retains information that I will never like. There are some times where it's like, oh fuck, what's my social? Or like, fuck, I gotta remember like really important tax shit. And I just don't remember it. I can't remember what the fuck I bought. I can't remember exactly like what, accounts are tied to what. I can't remember my passwords. But I remember Buck Wild from fucking
baby
from 2008 on fucking I Love New York or Flavor of Love or whatever the fuck show she was on.
That's so ridiculous.
If that's also the correct year, I'm gonna be like angry at you just for knowing that
I think it's
being that deep. Even so, like did that even like Bob were like, oh, like I remember this pretty fucking vividly.
I remember it too.
Buck Wild was so dope.
I remember Rock of Love.
Buck Wild was that shit was those. Oh my god, the show was so fucking bad.
Oh, so it was Flavor of Love.
Yeah,
so I was wrong.
I was right.
Dude, what was up with Flavor Flav? Is the ugliest human on the planet.
Flavor Flav's unequivocal, like roach.
He just. Hands down, I've never seen an uglier human. And this fucking fake ass show where all these women want to get, New York or whatever. She really wants to get the fuck out of here. Yeah. They're probably all vomiting and they had to cut all the time. They're like, we have to stitch this together so badly because people can't stop throwing up.
Derrick, like, you don't know what money makes people attractive.
He didn't have any fucking money.
Fair play, yeah, he did.
Flavor Flav had like $5, dude.
Nobody with real money has a show on VH1.
Except for Ray J. Except for Ray J.
Look, hold on. That entire channel is dedicated to like people just taking people who used to have money and trying to milk their fan bases for money. It's like they don't have money. Like Bret Michaels isn't sitting like having lunch with fucking Kanye and fucking just Elon Musk. Like Bret Michaels is on VH1 running some fucking brothel.
Bret Michaels was waking up in brothels.
He was shooting up heroin at a truck stop, and then they asked him, "Hey, man, I feel really bad for you. Would you like a few dollars and a place to stay to be on VH1?" And he's like, "Oh, thank you, Jesus. This is the call that I've been waiting for. This was the sign I've been praying every day." And the same thing with fucking Flavor Flav, where he was chilling and fucking Skid Row fighting off homeless people just to hold on to his clock. And then finally, some fucking Silicon Valley hipster was strolling down, because you know how they like to do that. The fucking Silicon Valley hipsters always go to Skid Row. You always just see a sea of bums and then these tall, skinny white people that are strolling through it. Anytime you go, it's fucked up.
Those are brave. Those are brave people.
They're brave because they're completely oblivious to the danger. They see it as a museum.
That's bravery.
No, that's ignorance.
It is, but it's like they don't understand the danger they're in.
It's different.
You're right. I can't argue with that.
Then they saw Flavor Flav and like, "Oh shit, dude! I think I remember you from was it NWA? I don't remember." And then they gave him a show.
You know what's crazy to me? Imagine living a life where you purposely every week you train and you go down to fucking Skid Row and fight them. Like that's your lifestyle. That's your Friday night. Like you put on your most disheveled shit, you hold on to a loaf of bread kinda loose, so someone like tries you for it, and then you battle all night. And you don't always win, but every day you come back with a little more knowledge in your technique. And it's like
people like Flavor Flav aren't even rich enough to be that inhumane to the poor. You know,
I'm pretty sure he's worth a bit of money, dude.
No, but worth and has are very different things.
But you can always have your worth in money, though. You can always have your worth.
Let's see what his fake net worth is.
You could, but people's net worth doesn't really mean like they have this much money.
That's true.
You know, that's not what that means.
Let's see what his fake. I want to see what his fake net worth is. $2 million. So he probably doesn't even have $2 million. So I would say
that's like a good gambler. That's like not even like that's not because you think about
gambler.
No, hold on. Really though, like because you look at VH1 shows and it's like Celebrity Fit Club, and you're like, okay, I wonder what celebrities are on Celebrity Fit Club, and it's nobody you care or recognize.
Very true.
Nobody you care about or recognize. The most famous person I ever saw on Celebrity Fit Club was Dustin Diamond, Screech from Saved by the Bell.
Didn't he die?
And that was it. He died recently, yeah. Along with, I think it was him and Dr. Drew died in the same day.
You know what's crazy? He had a boxing match and he fucked somebody up.
Screech?
Yeah. It was right around the time he released that fucking Dirty Sanchez porn. You remember that?
Yeah.
They brought it up
on the. They brought it up on the on Celebrity Fit Club when he was on. I remember that.
He was in a porno?
Yeah.
Well, he had a sex tape. I don't think it was like a. I wouldn't say like he joined Brazzers.
I think it was a real porn. Like I don't even think it was a sex tape because it was called "Saved by the Smell." Like it was like the name of the title of it and everything. Let's verify
stupid.
That's
of course, so dumb.
Name.
He ruined his fucking. He ruined his. That's what he's known for now.
He ruined it for everybody. Fucking Mario Lopez is like, why would you do that to me, amigo?
He tanked everybody's career with it.
All right. Okay,
like
maybe. Okay,
zero.
I think you're right. I think it. Then it was just a sex tape, but then he packaged it as like a porn.
Yeah. He made a sex tape. It got out, and then he just decided to sell it, which is honestly a pretty baller move. Like, he's fucking why not? Why not at that point? But
yeah. Oh, he also killed somebody. He stabbed somebody
in self-defense.
Yeah, like at a bar.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah, whatever. I thought it was like a Matthew Broderick situation.
Nope. That guy's Simba though. I don't care. He's Simba. He killed somebody. So what? Mufasa was watching.
Look, man. Look, man, I would be blessed to be killed, murdered, maimed, fucking destroyed, obliterated, sent to the fucking spiraling afterlife by Inspector Gadget.
Look,
you know?
if Matthew Broderick slaughtered my family, I'd be like, dang, that's crazy. Hakuna Matata. You know?
Damn, that's crazy.
Go Gadget plastic bags.
Yo, go Gadget. Go Gadget crematorium.
Go Gadget duffel bags to hide evidence.
He describes every Go Gadget duffel bags with which to hide evidence of homicide.
Ferris Bueller's
be a
Day
really
Off to the
long-winded-
fucking cemetery because he killed my family.
Ferris Bueller got
fuck.
off
Poor fuck.
light. Yeah, right. That's gotta suck. That's gotta weigh on you. Even you're like, man, I would hate to know that I'm that directly involved.
With killing someone.
You know? Yeah, because I
Didn't he get
think
in a
about
car
like the.
accident?
Yeah.
Did he
I
drive
think it
drunk
was.
or
No. I think he hit one of those like boost pads on the highway.
Yeah, I think
And,
he was. Well, wasn't it? If I remember correctly, he was. Wait. Actually, wait. Isn't it? I don't want to get my stories mixed up, but I think he was like overseas, right? He was like.
No, you're thinking
visiting
of Mr. Hands.
No,
The
what?
fuck are you talking
What the fuck are you
about?
talking about?
Mr. Hands, that
That's
guy
how
that
That's
got
how Mr.
fucking-
Hands died, right? He got fucked by an overseas horse.
No.
That wasn't an American horse.
No, that was definitely an American horse. You could tell by the vigor it had it was an American horse.
I don't even know what's happening anymore.
You know,
Is there even technically a there? Well, I guess there is because of the hybrids and stuff. Like there are American horses because like they brought horses, you know, from like would the
there-
only ones be technically American horses if they were just bred there and now it's technically an American horse because
there were horses in America too, Derrick. The Native Americans had horses.
the Spanish gave them horses, or the
gave them
Mexicans
horses?
gave them. Yes, the Spanish brought over horses to Mexico, and then they got horses that way. Like horses
damn.
aren't like horses aren't native to the Americas, from my understanding. Now,
They're
I
native
probably
to
should
Northern Europe, right? Native to Northern Europe. That's where they're from.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely. But I want to verify that, even though I'm pretty like sure. I still need to verify that because I don't want a bunch. Do you guys? I'm sure you caught some of this when we were talking about Prince Corpse. Like we were calling him Charles last time instead of
Oh
Philip.
yeah. We were wrong. It was Philip.
Yeah, like we just
sorry.
like nobody caught it. Like we none of us caught it.
There were some people who were like they called him Charles the whole time, and we didn't have the heart to tell him. But whatever, man. It's just he's dead now. By the way, rest in peace. He died with DMX.
Yeah, that apparently what happened is they went out together in an all-out brawl.
Yeah, they fought.
Essentially, DMX was he came out of jail for a sole mission, and it was to defeat Prince Philip.
Yeah, he punched him once, and then caught whatever he had.
X gonna give it to you.
The fucking plague just
Yo, for
shot
real,
off his
though,
face.
that
and
came
then
out
it
of
killed
fucking-
DMX.
Nah,
Yeah, for real though, that came out of fucking nowhere. Like, what the hell was that?
Well, DMX
Who? That was like the
Prince
last.
Philip?
No, DMX. Obviously, Prince Philip.
Prince Philip was on
I'm
his
not
way
even.
out.
I'm not even convinced Prince Philip has been alive this whole time. Like,
That nigga looked like a droger, dog. He looked like a fucking. He looked like a droger that could shout.
He was a drogger before, but then through time, he was like, I got to get with the times. I'm gonna fit in as a ghoul because Fallout's now in. He's just been fucking. He's just going through time, dude. I swear. There's a. Go ahead.
hold on. Did you guys hear that about that thing? Apparently, that Prince Philip said, like, the only words he ever spoke to an Aboriginal person in Australia. Have you read the story?
Yes, I saw that.
He asked, the only words that he asked were like, "Do you guys still throw spears at each other?" And that was it. Those are the only words he's ever spoken.
Yo, I like
to
this
an
guy.
Aboriginal.
I like this guy.
Dude, he's savagely
Christ.
racist. He fucks his cousin. I mean, he doesn't give a fuck.
Who'd have
He doesn't
thought?
care.
Who'd have thought that? That's the thing. It's like a lot of people were like, "Did you know that Prince Philip was not modern and progressive?" It's like, wow.
Did you know this
Really?
man that was
He was
raised in a
100.
royal? Did you know this man that was raised in a royal family that is famous for stripping the rights from people that look different from them was racist? You know
Wow,
what?
did you know that this man who is older than women's right to vote? Did you know that he isn't exactly like...
I'm sure he had 2 like East Indians as shoes. Like he just took Indian.
He was on the phone. He was on the phone with Nixon and Reagan when they were having that
And they were
conversation.
flaming black people. And he was like, "Don't forget about the Indian blokes. Don't forget
Like,
about
he's-
the curry flavored blokes. They're terrible too."
There's something
I'm sure
about
he's-
British racism that is
Hilarious.
I don't know what. Yeah,
Hilarious.
what is it? What is it about that it's not quite as like? For some reason, when I think of like American racism, I picture it like particularly volatile and like particularly like evil. But like British, it's just like, oh yeah, obviously.
The thing
They're
about
posh.
British racism
It's
is
the poshness.
The thing about British racism that's funny is that British people are such a joke physically. Like they're just such a joke. Like it's like really think of it. Like really think about it. Like I'm about to say some fuck shit. Some fuck shit.
Okay.
But when I was in the UK, the British people I saw there were some of the most pathetic looking humans. At 16 years old, I was like, these people look like children. I could run amok through this city. How did they get slaves? How did they win wars?
Well, that's everything. That's everything. Everybody's getting smaller and more feeble. Like the fact that it's kind of what. Like I guarantee you, in 100 years, we're gonna look like Greys. We're all gonna look like fucking the Destroy All Humans alien. It's gonna be small, frail, skinny, and big headed.
Your kin,
Huh?
my kin is not gonna look that.
No, I'm gonna procreate with like a Russian bodybuilder who's like 6'10"
There you go.
to even things
There you
out.
A 6'10" woman just sounds like a bad time.
6 foot. That sounds terrifying.
That sounds like a bad time, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
man,
feel you
I
though,
don't know.
man.
How you gonna
I'm
intimidate
trying
her into
to-
doing what you want if she's 6'10"? She's bigger than you. That just sounds.
Oh wow, yeah.
How does that work?
You don't have to
it's not
intimidate her.
like-
Just be like, hey,
it's not like I
I'm
haven't thought of that before or
Christopher-
anything.
Aren't you just like the Christopher? You just be like, hey, I'm Chris Reagan. And I fucking make music, and then she'll literally just. She's already ovulating. Like she's ready right then and there, and then you just from a distance just spray a little
Look,
bit
man,
of you know how babies are made.
I've played Shadow of the Colossus. I can figure it out. It's not a big
I
fucking
can
deal.
figure
There you
out
go.
a tall woman. I played Shadow Colossus. That is so disrespectful to tall women.
Fuck that. Shut the fuck up. You see that show on Netflix that's like that Netflix show that's literally just Tall Girl? It's called Tall Girl, and the
I
premise
know.
is this girl has a hard time being tall. Ooh, poor thing. Find a tall person. There's plenty of tall people. There's whole sports leagues dedicated to tall people.
But
Fucking
they might
find
not want
someone.
a tall girl though. Every basketball player is married to a moderately sized woman. Is that
What
for
is
Shaq?
moderate to you?
Shaq? No, Shaq's wife is like Lily's height.
What is it? What?
Yes, she's like 5'3".
because- Yeah, but Shaq's a gargoyle. Like, he's not going to find anybody, like, appropriately sized.
Shaq's
he
not
could
that
at
big,
least-
dude.
Shaq
can
is
find-
Keith David in Gargoyle. He's like fucking 8
Goliath?
foot. No, who's Goliath?
Keith David from Gargoyle.
No. That's just Keith David.
You're very right.
Idiot.
I concur.
For
It's actually
years,
so
I've been-
disrespectful. Just completely like ignore his work as other characters. It's like, yes, I've done this character and this character. It's like, no, you're Keith David.
You've only been Arbiter. That's it.
No, you've only been Keith David. He was Keith David in Halo as well. None of this fucking I play a character shit. You're Keith David. Own it.
Stop playing with me. If I get you off this fucking set, Keith David.
That
wish they would
fucking
do that. I wish they would just like make him Keith David in everything he's ever done.
He's
Like,
been
they should
Keith
just
David
rework
once or
everything.
something, right?
and
Well, he
Saints Row,
was
yeah.
Keith David, and yeah, the fourth one,
Yeah.
he's just Keith David as himself. It's pretty good.
After years
was-
of being
See,
Keith David.
That's one of the things about that game franchise where, like, I don't really particularly like Saints Row. I think it's kind of janky and doesn't play particularly well. But they were ahead of the curve, man. They understood what we came to understand only somewhat recently, which is that, you know, this is a god amongst men, and he should be credited for being himself, quite frankly. Like, there's no reason. I don't know why he plays anyone else.
I don't know why he isn't in everything.
I don't know why he's not, like, legitimately president. He could be if he literally just wanted to run.
But
Like, I'm Keith David, and I want to be president. And then people are like, okay.
He doesn't need a platform either. He could just go up there and just speak.
Serious question, guys. If a let's say, so, you know, we had the Reagans that were movie stars that shouldn't have been president that was a president, right? But let's just say in 2030 something, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson runs for president, right?
Yeah.
And he's very, very knowledgeable about foreign affairs. He has a very good cabinet, like, preset. He knows what he's talking about. His debates go very well. He's respectful yet stern. Would you vote for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson if he actually, like...
You didn't even need to say any of that. I'd vote for him already.
Dang, you see, this is a problem. But
it depends on who's running against him.
Okay,
this is you can't just have a hypothetical election
let's say
in a
he's
vacuum.
running against Donald Glover. Exactly. Just because I'm a pretty big fan of Dwayne Johnson, the person, not just The Rock. Like, a fan of The Rock as a kid. But then growing up, and then following his career and stuff that he's done, accomplishments, and his thoughts about a lot of things, and he's actually, I would say, he's a very center left person, and I pretty much any take that he's had, and, you know, I don't know him personally, but anything that's online, he's always seemed like a sound and rational and reasonable person, and I'm like, cool, that's all I can hope for with the mountains of garbage we've had. We've just had garbage continuously. That's true.
And so I'm like, that to me is better than just everybody having fucking amnesia, or it's like, I like what Biden's saying now. I'm like, yeah, but this guy's been a piece of shit throughout his political career, so why are you voting for him? Well, he's saying some nice things now. And I'm like, okay, so can I beat the shit out of you and then come back a few years later and be like, just pretend like everything's cool? Like, what the fuck? What is this? What the fuck is wrong with people, man?
Don't give that man his coat.
Don't give him his jacket.
Don't you do that.
Crazy. It's so funny because that was insane at the time. And if that were to happen now, it'd be like, you know. No one would think twice about that. There's so many news stories that, like, fly by that should be, like, really groundbreaking that nobody cares about. Like, do you remember that fucking Galactic Federation thing that was, like, trending for, like, a day and no one cared about it?
Yeah.
I kind of.
That's amazing that's your reaction to that. Yeah. Yeah, the Galactic Federation. Oh, yeah, that Galactic Federation that we made contact with.
There's no Galactic Federation, bro. If there was, those niggas wouldn't come here.
They wouldn't come here.
They wouldn't come.
But they would probably like send a bunch of prank calls.
they check the DMs, and we'd say the equivalent to them of like, yo, let me see your fucking bare asshole, and they'd be like, chill out. Then these guys, let them be on their own.
Dude, they know we're here. They know we're here. They don't want to fuck with us. Nobody in the universe wants to fuck with us. That's why. Why we're all like. I mean, yeah, we love ourselves. I mean,
we're gonna pull up. We're gonna pull up one day. They gonna not be ready. We gonna pull up with our fucking unsophisticated bullshit radiation guns, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, why would you bring that, dude? You know how dangerous that is." And they're like, "You
holding that is a liability." What are you doing,
bro? If
do you understand? They like come with some cosmic knowledge. It's like, did you know that if every time you hold something sharp, your life decreases 10 minutes? Like, what the what? That's that's just part of an equation that, like, your eyes aren't even evolved to see. Like,
do you even understand that every single time you ejaculate, you are genuinely, and I kid you not, decreasing your life by 25%? Do you understand
what?
Why?
Could you imagine?
I would have been dead so long ago.
Wait, hold on. This is a fascinating premise because the implication here is that humanity could live hundreds of thousands of years, but none of us do because we get off so much that we decrease it to fucking 70 or like 80 or like fucking 10. Some of us apparently
seven.
So you're saying that Prince
90.
Philip fucking beat off and then he finally
No. He didn't beat off that much because he was fucking his sister.
And he didn't. Sure, he didn't. What? So are you talking about? It's just masturbation.
No, it's ejaculation. Period.
It's ejaculation.
He's
Yeah.
like,
So if it's
you
ejaculation,
potentially had the power. You had the. He's trying to inform us we had the power to live for so much longer. We could have done so much with the world.
dude, that's a lot. Dude, we'd be so. I mean, I can't even quantify how long. Just like thinking how long I would have lived versus. Or like say somebody that I know that like has a fucking problem that like beats off like multiple times per day of like how the fuck are you not dead, bro? That doesn't even make sense.
You know what's crazy?
Now,
okay,
what?
Here's another hypothetical. This one is crazy. This one is hilarious. What if an alien species came here? They were objectively like well enhanced. They were like, you guys know if you guys killed off every single cat on the planet would repair itself and the resources would replenish. If you killed off every cat, every 3 years, all the resources
it's just a
expended
fucking
for the
Easter
planet.
egg. It's just a glorified like, oh, did you know if you go to this point on the map and this point in the map, like a fucking SUV spawns in fucking Utah or whatever the fuck, some nonsense.
And he's just like, you got to kill off every cat. You got to exterminate them. I'd be like, bro, just give me boots and I'll do it.
I wouldn't go through the effort.
I would do it.
I wouldn't go through the effort. But aren't cats?
Cats aren't
Wouldn't
helpful.
cats be like huh?
Cats aren't helpful.
we're gonna have a fuck ton of rats, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Whatever.
Rats are uniquely unhelpful, Kingston, in the sense that they have the potential to, decrease our population by a lot.
I feel
if given the right
what's
circumstances.
Crazy? Like I feel like cats kill rats, but like not like I lived in a city, dude. I've seen rats kill cats. Like I've witnessed that happen before. Like I saw like 3 rats kill a cat, and I was sad. I was like,
but those are
no.
first world like modern cats fighting against city strength rats. Usually like a good cat's gonna fucking murk a rat.
No, it's gonna murk a mouse. A cat'll kill a mouse. No. I don't think cats are killing rats like that.
If you got a good cat, it'll kill a rat. I've seen cats kill rats.
I've
like,
seen
straight
it too,
up.
but I've seen rats.
I saw a cat once break a rat's neck in a subway. I'm pretty sure that's what it looked like anyway, because it was dead when it stopped. But they're capable, man. Cats are surprisingly nimble. It's just the babied ones, the ones that are like, "Oh, come here, mommy."
Yeah, the house cats, they're fucked if they go outside.
House cat's fucked. A house cat's gonna get like a mouse or like some roaches maybe. But
I've seen cats circle a mouse and then slap it, bro. This all of them like in unison, and they're all hitting it at the same time, and no cat's hitting another cat. They're just hitting the mouse.
Chickens do that too. Chickens will like eviscerate mice like for no reason. Yeah. Because they're fucking dinosaurs still.
Fucking savage.
I love them. I love seeing animals do really, really just fucking ghetto nigga shit. Because it's just like, they're like us too. They just act like we just don't respect them enough. But they do shit we do.
I hate when people are like really comfortable in their ignorance in the sense that they're like, oh man, evolution's not real. And yet they see a chicken like fucking eviscerate a mouse for no reason, even though they don't fucking do that. They exist just to be eaten at this point, but it's still got that like inherent fucking programming from Jurassic Park in them where they just gotta swerve around shit and peck a mouse to death. What is that? Like, how do you look at that and not understand? How do you look at it into a bonobo's eyes and not see yourself looking back?
I've seen wolves. I've seen wolves cat snatch up baby bears, and the mama bear looks at the wolf. The mama bear runs after the wolves, and it can't catch the wolves, and the wolves turn around and look at her with the baby in its mouth, and then run off again because they're making fun of it. They're like, "Ha ha!"
That's really fucked up.
I got your kid.
Do you guys know what a gibbon is?
Yeah, they're
disgusting.
the noisy monkeys, right? They're really noisy ones, right? They're
They're
apes.
the monkeys. They're monkeys with frog throats.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
They're really noisy apes. Hella noisy.
That's not the thing that bothers me. The thing that bothers me is that they can fucking make their disgusting neck. They can blow their neck into a giant bubble, and like it looks like translucent. It looks like you could pop the fucking thing. What is that?
Yeah, it needs to be popped. What the fuck?
Isn't that gross? Isn't that just like a heinous creation?
Nah, that's not that bad.
I hate that fucking. I don't know. There's something about that's so non-primate. You know what I mean? That's such a goddamn like reptilian or like amphibian thing to do. That like imagine that's like if it's like if a person regrew their leg in like a day. You know, you'd be like, that's like interesting, but also wrong. Everything about that is wrong. This is the wrong answer to the equation. A squared plus B squared does not equal Q, man. Like, that's fucking, you're doing it wrong.
But the thing is that's gibbons are really nice and respectful.
What says who says that?
They're really nice. They're really, really friendly apes.
Yeah, they're only friendly because they can't speak to us.
Well, that's everything, bro. What the fuck you mean? You think your little ass dog will be respectful to you? Your dog call you everything under the fucking sun. It'll be like, you fucking idiot bitch, you stupid Puerto Rican pussy bitch, give me my fucking food, I'll kill you. I just don't know how yet.
No, dogs don't do that. Dogs are too stupid to hate, you know?
Dog, that's Chris, how can you say that when dogs kill children, dude? Ain't that stupid to hate?
What dogs kill children? That doesn't happen.
Sometimes it's angry dogs. Some dogs are just vexed. They have their own problems. They bring into the household and then they end up killing children sometimes.
Some Chihuahua has a hard day, comes back, shakes on a kid until he fucking goes radioactive.
He shakes on him. He lays on the kid and shakes on it till the kid fucking gets sick.
That's all Chihuahuas do, is that they shake.
He shakes on him till the kid's unstable physically, like molecularly unstable, then the kid gets sick.
You know what I was thinking about recently? I don't think I've ever really seen a baby horse that wasn't a photograph. You know? Yeah, like, I've seen ponies, and I've seen like, full-grown horses. But, like, I don't think I've ever seen, like, a foal. Like a baby horse, like a proper, like, what the fuck does a newborn horse look like?
They got those
You've never
toes,
seen a
man.
newborn horse?
Tendril toes.
I don't think so. Do they just look like horses?
Well, yes, but then their no hooves look fucking terrifying.
Oh, I've seen their feet, but like I've never seen like a new. Ew.
Oh, I've seen a baby horse. They look silly.
Ew, they look so fucking half-hearted.
They look silly.
It looks like such a half-assed creation. They look like they look like
silly horses. They look like silly tiny horses.
Yeah, they look like carousel horse. Yeah, because they don't look off enough that you wouldn't understand that it was a horse, but they still look kind of like wrong. Oh, that's so weird. I always thought ponies were baby horses. That was what I grew up thinking. I was like, oh, obviously.
Really?
Yeah, like, what the fuck am I going to know about horses?
I realized what ponies were when I asked for a horse. And my grandma was like, little horses aren't ponies, they're fawns. And I was like, or foals. And I was like, what do you mean? Because I wanted a horse when I was little, like, really badly.
Really?
Yeah, I really wanted a horse.
You were a horse girl?
I was a horse. I just wanted a horse because I watched Spirit when I was little. And I was like, I
don't
really
know.
want one.
I don't think any guy I've ever known has ever wanted a horse.
Well,
Really?
I mean, I'm sure dudes in the South that grow up around ranches and shit.
Oh, yeah, so they can fuck them? I'm not talking about those people.
I saw fucking horse jerky online.
What?
Yeah, I was just looking for, like, good beef jerky. And then one of the things that came up, it showed buffalo jerky. And then it showed horse jerky. And then I clicked on to see what the hell even... Because I was like, I don't even know what the fuck horse meat looks like. And it's just like, it's like kind of dark. And then it was just like, it made me think, I'm like, what the fuck? What do horse taste like? And then I remembered, what?
Would you eat horse?
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't eat it. Like, say, if somebody had like a piece of horse jerky, I'd try it. But it's not like something that I'd go out of my way to like order it and like let me have some of that shit. I'm not that interested in. I don't eat a ton of meat as it is, anyways. But so I don't really have the desire to try to munch on every animal possible. Because I know some people like that. They're just like, oh fuck yeah, like I just tried some bear and some fucking. Oh shit, the last pterodactyl is here. Like, fucking, just got a little bit of piece of it. You know, like shit like that. Like, people get crazy with it, and I'm like, I'm fine with the basic stuff we have in the store. You know, I don't really need a fucking.
I can never
switch.
eat a horse.
Yeah.
I love horses too much. They're like one of my favorite animals.
I mean, you can love anything if you're around them enough. I mean, animals are pretty fucking dope.
Like I like horses. I don't eat lambs anymore because lamb one is delicious, but two, lambs are so sweet that I just try not to eat them. It's like someone telling me to eat elephant. I would rather die than eat an elephant. Actually.
Well, elephants don't look appealing at all.
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely a lot of food. If you look at elephant, I'm like, ooh, big meal, massive meal.
Yeah.
I look at it as almost too big to be edible. You know, it's like, oh look, Grand Central Station. Like I don't think delicious. Like I think,
Okay.
oh that's just a big mass of like non-edible material. Can you even eat elephant? I'm sure in some parts of the world you can.
Definitely
Yeah,
eat
definitely.
elephant.
But
Absolutely.
It's a mammal. It's a freaking quadrupedic mammal. You mustn't eat that shit.
I hate that thing is a mammal. I don't see myself in an elephant at all.
That's
It's
not
like
the
a
same
great
thing,
fucking
you
sack.
dumbass. I
We're
don't see
mammals.
myself in an elephant. Yeah, but like there's so many. So are dogs, bro.
I see myself in
Or
dogs.
You're
Fucking
stupid.
dolphins, son.
Dogs have human eyes.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. You ever see that picture of the dog with like the sad human eyes, and it's like real? It's not even like
Oh, that dog that's like looking over the camera. That looks like everything but a dog.
Yeah, man. You can empathize with a dog because there's some commonality there, but like
You don't
an
think there's a
elephant
commonality
is just
between an elephant? An elephant. Elephants are fucking. They got people emotions and shit.
elephants are the size of your entire lineage put together. They've got fucking noses that they use to eat with and like pick things up with. They're the furthest thing from a person that you could possibly put on paper. Like,
No, they're not. A dolphin is the furthest thing from a person.
no, actually, a dolphin's pretty close. Maybe like an ant, or like an insect or,
Or a
something. is probably the
mushroom.
furthest.
What?
I guess a mushroom is definitely not a person.
No, we share 99% of our DNA with mushrooms.
No, you don't.
We do.
You maniac. You should
We
maybe
do.
like 12%.
There was that guy who got the fucking Johnson & Johnson vaccine who like disintegrated into a mushroom.
He turned into one small mushroom. One tiny portobello mushroom. One tiny mushroom.
It's just
So
the
I
most
just looked it
generic
up.
kind too.
I just looked it up. The comb jelly, a jellyfish, is the furthest thing from us.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. We were talking about that in the last episode. You weren't here for it, but we were
Somebody
talking
call
about
me.
like.
I was-
Time out,
I was
somebody
dead,
called me
right?
again. I gotta.
Did you?
Jeez,
Did you
why
know?
is everyone calling me right now? Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Everyone.
Oh my
somebody
god,
fucking
you
did-
animal!
Wait, you haven't
just
put
put
your
yourself
shit-
on Do Not
I
Disturb.
literally thought I did, and someone just was like, "I'm just gonna call again." Give me one sec, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta have to minimize shit. We're gonna have to edit over this
nigga.
part. Sorry, guys. Sween
God
fumbled.
damn it.
I'm sorry.
You
I'm
are
just gonna put.
sorry,
I'm gonna
nigga.
put what footage should I put over this? I'll
Dude.
put nature documentary footage.
Okay. How
Oh,
do I put
yeah,
something
it should-
disturbed?
It should be the guy fucking punching a kangaroo that was the kangaroo was attacking this dude's dog. And
Yeah.
he came up and punches the kangaroo in the face.
Yeah, let's pretend to react to it. Whoa. Whoa, that's crazy. Look at him. He's just walking up to that Oh, look, they're squaring off.
Wow. Can't believe
Wow.
you would actually do that. Good man's best friend, right? Am I right?
Yeah, kangaroos.
Guys, how do
You
I
know,
put
honestly,
friends? How do I put
what?
myself on Do Not Disturb?
just pick.
You put a rope around your neck.
Oh my God, that's
you know how to.
that's
go
do
to,
not
go to-
return
go
to
to the,
sender.
Go to the bottom left. Click the little fucking green icon next to your name, and then it'll give you options
gotcha.
on what
There
to
you
put
go.
yourself on.
That was sort of hidden. I didn't know that'd be there.
I'm gonna eat
Yeah.
a little bit of horse jerky while we're waiting.
A little bit of horse meat. A little bit of meaty meat.
That looks like a piece of my house. Yeah, I don't know. Did you know that? Because this was news to me. That jellyfish become fucking sea anemones.
Not anemones, but they become like some sort of
What are
creature
they?
that lives in the ocean.
They become like fucking sea sponges or some shit. Like they become coral or some fucking nonsense. Like I couldn't.
Through like what? Just like a
Life.
fossilizing or
No, like life.
No,
type
they're
of life
normal.
cycle
They're normal. Hold on, let me look it up. Life cycle.
of a jellyfish. They become like other. They're theoretically jellyfish are immortal.
So they become they become polyps, which are these like plants. They basically look like fucking plants. Mm-hmm. They're just like burrowed in the ground. I hate it. Like, I didn't know this. This is not
blows your mind. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. He's learning. Look, you see?
I didn't know that either.
His mind just got ripped open.
I just thought they're just pests and they sting you and shit.
They're not pests. Jellyfish aren't pests.
They're pests of the sea.
Jellyfish are pests.
They're
you walk into your basement. It's like, I got stung by a
fucking jellyfish. God damn it!
They like slurp around.
You've never had your house fumigated for jellyfish.
Yo,
you're telling me you've never had that.
That is some genuinely insane shit, dude.
What would the pests of the sea be? I guess plankton, right, or something like that.
No, not plankton. They don't bother anybody.
What? Yeah, they do.
No,
they're just there.
Well, hold on. But bother is subjective, right? Because ants technically don't bother anybody. They're just
ants
take
your
exist.
food, bro. Ants steal your shit, literally.
What are they gonna burst into your fridge and steal your fucking Christmas ham or whatever the fuck?
They would if they could.
They would take your hand,
so they shan't.
They'll take your ham and you'll tell them stop, and they'll be like no, and they'll keep marching.
The whole thing, bro. They'll take the whole thing. Like entire, and then they'll fucking suck it down their fucking little anthill like it's Looney Tunes. You ever seen that shit, dude? It's fucking wild.
They don't do that though, so they're not really a nuisance. They're not really.
Yes, they are, dude. Are you fucking serious? My old room. I'm so glad I'm not in there anymore because they'll just start scouting as soon if I ever bring. And it's always I eat in my fucking room, but I throw my food out immediately. But the smell. Immediately they're like, oh, it's dinner time, son.
Jackpot.
So then they start scouting, and like there's nothing there for them because they only smell it. They only get to smell, and there's nothing for them to take, but they're still showing up, and I'm like, get the fuck out of my room.
So your contention, the thing that makes ants so bothersome is that they come into your room and clean up the food that you leave behind.
Oh, they clean up the food.
You are
fucking days later, bitch. It would take them forever for them to. If they were actually going to clean it up, it would take forever. They just
what? But you're missing the point. The point is, what's bothersome is that they're there. It doesn't matter if like spiders are helpful, right? They get rid of like other bugs.
Yeah, so I don't kill them. They're cool.
They're still pests. They're still a nuisance.
I wouldn't say spiders are pests, but yeah, I guess what you're saying.
What the fuck? What are you talking about? If you had an infestation of spiders, you wouldn't be like, oh, let me take care of this.
I'd be like, I'll give them their neck of the woods. You give me theirs, and then we'll try to We'll try to Charlotte's Web our conversation. Well, hopefully it writes words on the fucking webs. We could talk it out.
Spiders are like the most harmful. Spiders are technically the most threatening pests that you could have because they could bite you and send you to the hospital. Ant can't do that. Ant's just gonna bite you and probably like move on. Or like a mosquito might give you malaria or something if you're sitting on the Nile.
It might give you Zika, and you can't. Your fucking kids are gonna be born all fucking with a bunch of water in their heads.
You're giving birth to a fucking gallon of Poland Spring.
A water balloon head ass fucking baby.
You have to make him cry to drain it.
You gotta you know what you gotta do? You gotta put a towel over your baby's head and put it under the thing at the salon so it fucking drains his head out.
You gotta fill his head with rice. Put your baby in this fucking pot of rice.
Put your baby's head in this rice.
Is that what malaria is?
That's not malaria.
What is it?
That's some imagery. It's some sort of South American virus that, like, if you get bit by mosquitoes, you can have a baby that can have a bunch of water in its head.
I shouldn't be laughing, but that's just such a specific.
Nah, it's funny. It's funny. You're laughing because it's funny.
It was just the funniest image I think I've ever seen. But okay, I don't even remember what we were talking about. No, what makes pests a nuisance isn't necessarily what they do. It's just the fact that there's a lot of them and they're just kind of annoying. Like, they don't actually have to be doing like any amount of damage to be considered pests.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like if you had, it's like if dogs kept appearing in your room like every couple minutes.
That's amazing.
You'd be like, what the fuck? No, it's not.
That's endless friendship. Problem. That's endless friendship.
Well, look,
you're out of your fucking mind.
Definition of pest existed before, like, you can pester somebody being a pest before there was just like an infestation of something, right?
Yeah.
So absolutely, ants or just something, an abundance of something being there can absolutely be a pest, and you would want it fucking dealt with. That's why I hate ants the most, because there's so many of them, and cleaning them up, if you have carpet, is extremely upsetting.
Do they go
Like,
on a
if they
carpet
just-
and they dig in? They're like, all right, we got this. We got this.
They're like all in there, and then like, it's not like, say, if they're on the floor, spray them, and to some fucking, weirdos, they start smelling lemon and shit, and then you clean them up, and it's no big fucking deal.
Yeah.
But I got rugs, and then those pieces of shit, like, because sometimes I sometimes I fuck up. A little piece of something falls down on the ground, didn't catch it, and then they're like, "It's dinner time, son." I wake up in the middle of the night to go piss, and all of a sudden there's a fucking party in my goddamn floor, dude. It's the most upsetting thing in the middle of the night.
I'll
Just
take
like
ants over roaches.
Yeah.
Oh,
honestly.
I don't fuck with roaches, man. I don't fuck with roaches, dude. That shit pisses me off. I'll fumigate the fuck out of a house. I mean, it sucks if I guess in an apartment situation you don't have the luxury of just being like, throw the clown fucking circus thing over. You can't.
Yeah,
You can't
they just come in and they half-ass it because it's an apartment.
Yeah, that's fucked.
You pretty much got to do it yourself. You just got to go in and fucking caulk up all the holes and fucking put out the fucking sacrificial newborn to fucking satiate their fucking stupid gods. I really hate them.
God, dude.
They're
I hate them because they don't do anything, and there's no like Pixar movie about them, which is the big problem.
There's no
like ants, it's like, okay, you got DreamWorks and Pixar on your side. You're little Woody Allens to me. I respect you on some level, but a roach is like I can't even like. They're just always enemies. Like even in fucking. Like what is it? Fallout, the rad roaches or whatever the hell.
Giant.
They're a whole
fucking
enemy
roaches.
type. It's skeletons with bows and arrows, zombies, and then fucking roaches. Those are the enemy archetypes. I hate
Those are
them.
the enemy
Fuck them.
archetypes. No. I'll break it up. It's aliens. There's insects, so roaches.
Sure.
There's
And spiders, actually. Spiders are the most common, I guess.
spiders enemies too.
Which is fucked because they're actually not so bad.
There's skeleton-esque figures. We're talking about ghoulish /
Talk about the Prince Phillips of the world.
And then what's another enemy that you just seeing? You're like, oh, this is... And it's kind of funny. It's just the law enforcers, period, anywhere in any game.
That's so true.
Yeah,
that's
you're totally
so
right.
true.
Like the fucking guard in fucking Whiterun. I hate those dudes so much. I killed a chicken by mistake.
Witcher 3? Are the guys in Witcher 3 that like
black
constantly
guard?
bully you?
The black guard, you shouldn't be here, Witcher. And I'm like, all right, bitch, I'm gonna chop your fucking head off.
If they ever say anything, I just kill them. I just fucking kill them. It's just upsetting.
I spent a half an hour at like level 3 trying to kill like one of the guards. It's like level 26 and he had the skull over his head. And I almost killed him. He hit me one time and I died. I got so close to killing him, dude. I was like dodging. I was using all my fucking spells and shit. He hit me one time and I died. Turned the game off for 2 months.
I love doing shit like that. I love doing shit just like someone who's way over OP'd. There's one thing I liked about that. If I could say something nice about Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where there wasn't like gated for like say places I could go to, where it's like, oh, don't go here. Don't go here. You'll get killed by anyone. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking go here. And same with you. I try to fight this one guy that was hunting me for fucking, I don't know. I tried to find him for a half hour, and I almost killed him, and then he just slashed me once. And it's the challenge is fun though. The challenge is fun to try to actually kill someone that you're clearly not supposed to.
Yeah, that's always fun. I'm always happy when that's one of the things that bother me about Ghost of Tsushima. As much as I like that game, it's whenever you reach a point where it's like overwhelming force or whatever, like they don't even let you try. Like they just fuck you up.
You just get shot by 1,000 arrows and you're just in the air flying because you're getting shot with so many arrows to say. Literally, you're flying.
I've seen some shit like that. Yeah.
That video of him flying in the air to fucking Mr. Blue Sky.
That shit was great.
It's insane, dude.
It's a sight to behold.
What time are we at right now?
What the hell? We're at about an hour. But like, what else the hell? Dude, this is another thing. So like, there's a couple things we could talk about. Not really much. This Matt Gaetz stuff is hilarious, but I haven't looked too much into it, so I don't know if I can really speak that much about it. But
I don't know.
I haven't been on social media lately, so I don't know. I've been like, I take a break from social media.
One thing that fucking blew my mind that I this news just came out of fucking nowhere, and this is normally news I wouldn't give a shit about, and I still kind of don't. But it's just fucking fascinating. This is real. Macaulay Culkin and Brenda Song just had a kid.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? The fuck?
Yeah, I didn't know they were together.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was even like remotely possible.
She was dating like a gigantic black man last time I saw. Like some dude that makes me look tiny.
You missed your chance then? Sorry, dude.
Yeah, it's whatever, man. She had a fat ass though. I was always a huge fan of Brenda Song.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so now
him
they
too.
have a stupid kid named fucking Dakota, like the whitest name you can give.
They named it Dakota?
Somebody, Dakota.
Is it
The
a white
whitest
name?
Yes, absolutely.
I feel like it's a Native American name that just became the whitest kind of name.
Well, it's
What?
kind of like yeah.
I like Dakota's
I mean,
a Native American name.
Dakota
I feel like-
is a Native American kind of term, kind of like Minnesaga and all that type of shit. When you hear certain shit like that, but only white people live there.
That's true. And they moved them on out.
I guess
They moved our people on
And
out.
they plagued the fuck out of them. Like, they're gone.
Yeah, I've only known 2 Dakotas in my life, and they've been
Very white.
phenomenally black.
Yeah.
Really?
What? Really?
Mm-hmm.
I can't even.
Phenomenally
What?
black.
I
Like
thought you were
blacker
gonna say
than
phenomenally
me?
white. I thought you were gonna
Yes,
say
blacker
phenomenally
than you.
white.
Damn, dude. Shit.
Significantly blacker
That person,
than you.
dude, they got
Damn.
bullied. That sucks.
You look
Like-
like me in
Damn.
comparison.
Damn, man. I wish I was that black, man. I wish I was just premium. I wish I was premium fucking glossy sheen fucking
Bro,
black. But
Just
I
go to the
fortunately have
fucking beach.
It doesn't
every
work
day.
like that. 'Cause
No,
what
it does.
happens-
It absolutely
no,
does.
Derrick, trust me. I've been to the beaches. I've been in the Caribbean.
No,
what
you
happens
have not-
is I start
No.
turning very red also. I get
Red is cool. That's sunburn. I'm talking about a slow burn of dude. I used to ride my bike to the beach multiple times a day in 2018, and I started to get to know some of the locals. All those locals, they all look like Hulk Hogan, like their leathery fucking skin. They're not. They would look like Chris's complexion, right, or something. Just a fair skinned, strapping young fellows or whatever the fuck.
strapping.
But they're
This-
all
what the fuck are you talking about strapping?
strapping young,
I'll
you know,
take
just like they're youthful and just normal looking, I guess, relatively speaking.
I've gotten so pale since I've been in New York. It's crazy.
I've gotten
Yeah.
paler
But I'm
because
just saying.
I've gotten less dark because I'm inside all the time now.
I know.
Yeah, you
I wanna go to
are
the
looking a
beach
little
again.
lighter. It's gross.
I mean, I'm still definitely a fucking cocoa person. I'm still dark
Nah.
cherry oak.
Yeah.
You
It's
look
just the
German
light.
to me.
The fuck are you talking about?
I'm still thinking of Dakota. Sorry.
Okay, you look German.
Do you wish you were like Vanta Black basically? Like
I want to be.
You
I
go
want
to
to
get.
be.
You go to get it. You go to.
insane.
you wish you were. Do you wish if you went to go get a haircut, they wouldn't. They
They'd
wouldn't
shave
quite
my
know.
fucking cheeks sometimes. And I didn't know.
No angles on you.
Yeah, they
I didn't
have
know,
no
I didn't
idea
know.
like where it stops.
I want to be so black that if I touch water, it turns into ink. I want to be that kind of black, where it's just like, yeah. I want to be the black guy, the villain from Status Shock. That nigga that was a shadow. I want to be that black. I just want to be
It's possible, man.
I want to be dark. I don't get dark like that, dude. When I was younger,
You've never tried it. You've never tried it.
Derrick, I've been out. I literally for years growing up, I didn't do sunbathing. I never sunbathed. That's just fucking.
That's what I'm talking about,
lunacy.
bitch.
That's lunacy.
It's not lunacy. If you want to get dark, that's what you have to do.
No, but I've definitely been outside throughout full
That's
sunny
not
days
enough.
for years.
That's not enough.
That's not enough.
You're just talking about moments where you burned your fucking skin and now it's red. That's not what I'm
Nah,
talking
dude,
about.
I've been out. I've let the sun take its course, dude. And I just get darker, but I don't become solid black. I got the red undertones, man.
Look, you fucking Native American bitch. No, you have to Give yourself.
You just call me Native American son of a bitch. That's
you fucking redskin. We talking about you turn red?
I turn red, dude. When I turn red, I still have red undercolor.
I understand there's a little bit. There's probably some burgundy in there.
I get red too if you boil me.
It's the fucking Hispanic shit.
Really
that Taino bullshit.
I want you to fucking just for the entire
my skin
summer.
turns to bubbles in the sun.
Oh my god!
But like bubbles, like fucking bubbles that a little kid dips inside of a mixture and blows.
Oh, that's fucking disgusting. That's I had just such a vivid image of like a child dipping like one of the bubble blowing sticks into a person's boiling back and like blowing back bubbles.
Oh my god, dude.
My arm is so sore right now.
Yeah, you good, dude?
It's gonna get sore, man. It's gonna get sore.
It's gonna be worse tomorrow, bro.
And you keep moving it around, like just relax. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm supposed to move it around. They said.
What? What?
I guess to get you used to the pain, so it don't hurt like that. But
that's what the janitor told me.
That's what that guy
janitor
told me when he's zipping up his pants.
Did he also invite you? Did he also invite you to your house?
Yeah, the janitor who gave me my vaccine. Behind the JCPenney. He said like there was a line in the JCPenney, so I went behind it instead.
He's like, "Here you go, kid."
You see that? You see that tweet that went viral? That dude's like, "Yo, they're heating up my vaccine with the spoon." And then
that was a tweet.
Yeah, and then he replies under. He's like, "Damn, this belt's really tight." It was fucking funny.
That's pretty good.
They're heating up my vaccine in a spoon. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude.
I think I said that.
You said that to me and Jalen. We were playing fucking Borderlands.
Really? Oh man, that makes me sad. That means it's not even like a. I was proud of that one.
You probably saw it in passing.
Sorry, man.
I mean, it's not that. I mean, it's a pretty obvious joke, I guess. But all right, let's move on to some questions, I guess, since we're probably around that time. that time of the recording. We would have talked more about news, but like I don't know what the fuck. I feel like I've been paying attention, and there's really not
just
much
depressing stuff. There's not much as far as entertainment goes.
There was some Russia
just a bunch
shit,
of serious,
right?
just a bunch of serious shit,
right?
Oh
yeah.
They got those police robot dogs that was today, where they're actually like deploying them. The Boston Dynamics fucking creepy robot dogs that people kicked in those videos.
Shit.
Yeah.
What happened with Russia? Some Russian shit happened, right?
Yeah, there's a lot like some fucking you hear about you talking about police dog cops and stuff. You hear about that one cop that like couldn't tell her taser from a gun? Did you hear about that?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
exactly. So there's some shit There's just shit happening,
and there's like a million stories like that too. There's like so many like I thought it was a fucking taser, and it's like why don't you? You would assume, okay, so look, I've seen them. I've seen like police tasers. They do look super similar to guns, but like if this is like a problem, then like make them different. You know, like make them pink or something.
Make them extremely discernible.
I'm pretty sure the side their taser's on is not the same side as the gun. I think that's purposely like designed that way.
Well, no,
the taser's on one side and the gun's on the other side.
It's supposed to be on your weak side.
Yeah,
your secondary is supposed to be on your weak side. If you have the most basic training ever, this would never happen. I'm talking about just basic. It wouldn't happen. So it kind of shows like what else is going on, right? What else is happening? What else is there?
I don't reach for my gun when I'm trying to get my wallet. You know, like.
But I'm telling you, man. One time I got pulled over, and a cop came up to me with his hand on his gun, and I'm like, I was with my homie Jeezy, and I was just like looking at him like, what the fuck? What do you like? Are you about to shoot me in the face? Like I was giving him that kind of look because he's just walking up, and I'm just like, is this guy just? He's like, man, I want to kill someone so bad. Like he's just like itching to just shoot somebody in the fucking face. And then he probably thought about it. He's like, wait, not yet. It's still light out. Let me just wait.
They'll see him. He's very visible right now. But if I do it in the nightfall, I'll shoot him and say I was in self-defense. Also, there's another person in the car. I could kill them both. Double the points. Double the XP.
Double the points.
I remember I got pulled over by a cop and he came up to my window. And I looked at him and I said, do you know how fast you were going? And I gave him a ticket. And then he shot me.
You know how fast
I
you
woke
were
up in
going?
the hospital. Huh?
That's so bold. You know how fast you were. You know how fast you're going. You know how fast you were going. You were breaking the law too. You don't see me snitching, and you get killed there.
Honestly, there's a pretty good point to be made there that you should never make because you will die if you make it. But if you're speeding and a cop's speeding to chase you, that's just double the speeding. Yeah, that's actually double. They're actually better off if they let you go.
Now there's two criminals.
Now there's exactly
You and I. Dude, I love it.
It's like
Very good point.
You go like 100 miles an hour on the fucking in like a 35, and some cop like speeds up to you, pulls you over. You just turn to him, and he's like, "We're not so different, you and I."
You see, for you to catch up to me, you had to be going definitely over 105 miles per hour. Just saying.
You just arrest each other. That's how you solve it. You just arrest each other.
At the same time.
What's funny is that growing up in the city, I saw so many people run away from cops, and I would love seeing people like cross cops up and then take off on them. It'd be funny. It'd be little kids laughing at police officers. Because, the police officers are the worst. It is everywhere. In every inner city, they hate them.
It's funny because, like, cities are it's so, like, uniquely easy to, like, how do I put this?
Evade
I don't want this to sound
unbelievable. It's unbelievably easy, bro.
Yeah, because there's so many, like, nooks and crannies. If you know an area particularly well, and if you know, like, how to, like, it's deceptively easy to get to the top of any building. Like, or, like, up to, like, what is it, like a fire escape or, like, anything like that. It's, like, shockingly simple.
It's child's play, dude.
Yeah. I remember I accidentally, I was looking for my room at a hotel once, and I accidentally like found the roof of the W or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, I'm way too high up to be exposed to the air. But like, sometimes you just stumble upon that shit. And if you could wire yourself a route, you're fucking
it's
you're
easy. It's
golden.
Easy. It's easy. If you have a few people that have a few buildings, like if you have friends that live in buildings, you could just dip into a building real quick. By the time they have to knock on the door to get inside, you could be down the fire escape and gone. Like, well gone before they could find you. It's crazy. And most cops aren't very fast.
I don't even know this. I don't even know this from any, like, police altercation. I just know this from, like, playing, like, tag with, like, friends and shit.
Yeah.
You know? You just end up in the fucking, in the Chinese food place.
Behind the thing with them.
Yeah.
You just end up walking out of a door and somebody's making General Chow's chicken and you're like, oh.
I remember, like, I won not a hide and seek, but I won like a tag game by like escaping into like the back of a Chinese food place, and like I waited for like 6 hours, and then like we met up the next day, and I was like, I won that, huh? But like they couldn't find anybody else either, so it's a fucking waste. But anyway, yeah. Aside from like just like depressing shit like that, I know that fucking army dude who got pulled over.
Oh yeah,
is like a big thing.
That guy too, yeah.
But,
and that Jake Paul sexually assaulted somebody too. There was that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't hear about that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, just, she was just like, I don't want to do it. And then, he was like, it's every day, bro. And then he kind of just got down with it, and it was pretty fucked up.
That's crazy.
It's kind of like...
I've been staying away from Twitter because I wanted to be happy for a little bit. So I haven't been on the internet, and like, just the same terrible shit as usual. And I'm just like, wow, I'm glad I'm reading books and like writing shit out instead of looking at this fuck shit all the time.
Reading books? What books are you reading?
I'm reading I'm reading the second book for Dune.
Oh, you're reading Dune?
Dune, the second book.
You
That's
should
disgusting.
read...
What? Reading? Or books? Or Dune?
A little bit. A little both, kind of.
A little of both. Wow, you guys are
Listen.
fucking...
If it can't fit on a t-shirt, I'm not reading it. You know?
Dangerous mind. Dangerous.
But how do I put this? Is it better for somebody? Because well-read is like a term, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like this person reads a lot of books. They're very intelligent. Would you be better off having never read a single book in your life, or reading every single Bill O'Reilly and Ben Shapiro book?
Oh no! Oh no!
You know? Like, because people like, I read a lot of books, and it's like, what do you read? Fucking Percy Jackson? Like what do you like? A series of unfortunate events?
Fucking Ripley's
what are you reading?
The fucking Guinness Book of World Records, you fucking jackass. I don't care how much somebody can stretch his own penis. Fuck that. That's not useful.
Yeah, like I didn't like books when I was younger because like summer reading made it like really awful. Because there was a period of time like the first time you do summer reading, I don't even know if they do this anymore because I don't know anybody who's still like young enough to be in school. Like all my relatives are like pretty much out of it. But the second they introduce that like summer reading curriculum, the first time they do it, it's usually like you have to read this. You know, here's Charlotte's Web, or here's Hatchet, or here's like some fucking nonsense, right? That you're supposed to read because it's important. It's not until like way later that they go like, okay, summer reading, pick whatever you want to read and then do like a report on it. That's how it was for me anyway. And it just made me hate fucking reading, like early on, because I had like no choice. I had choice in every other realm. Like I could choose what movie I wanted to see. I could choose what game I wanted to play, what TV shows I wanted to watch. I couldn't choose what books I wanted to read.
You know what's crazy? Sucked. I don't think I ever did summer reading.
How's that possible?
I think I just cheated. Every single time I just cheated. I think every single time my friend would tell me about the book or he'd give me his report and I'd be like, thank you, bro, I got you. And I would just write it similarly but different enough. And because I'm not reading, dude. I'm not reading over the summer. I'm trying to go to fucking Miami and get fucked up. You know, like I'm not trying to read over the summer. Like you could suck your dick and everybody else's dick in the room. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's not super fun. It was a while before I found books that I even cared to read because it just had such a shitty association with it.
Yeah, the American curriculum, like is so. It's like it's almost geared towards not wanting us to be smart, like genuinely. Like it's like it. The country does not want us to enjoy any form of academics that can make you a brighter person.
No, I believe that.
It's wild.
I wholeheartedly believe that because it's actually would be within 1 year they could fix all the school curriculums if they wanted to. So I believe it because of how easy it would be to. The money thing would be the only problem with, like, we got to spend a lot of money to replace all of the fucking books and stuff like that. But teachers, the stuff, they know all the shit that they need to know, and then there's the new shit that they need to just learn that night before and then teach it to you, essentially. Like what a lot of teachers kind of do. Like, oh, fuck, okay, we're going to learn about this now. Let me study up on it. But long story short, if they wanted to teach us things that were essential to living and becoming an adult, they could. They don't though.
Oh yeah, they could, but they could also teach things like if the first few books that were given to me were like books like the Odyssey or like Game of Thrones. Like if let's say I was doing math in school and I got taught music theory when I was little because I was brought into it when I was older. But if I was taught that when I was little and someone was teaching me how using math can make music sound a particular way, that would have been open my little brain. I'd be like, whoa, that's so cool. Mm-hmm. Or like, of course it would, show me shit. Like if someone like taught me about literature and characters like that through like showing me Dungeons and Dragons like when I was little, that would have stuck with my little brain.
Yeah, you kids only will gravitate to stuff if they can find good reasons to like make use of it outside of the class. You know, like. Because I remember like that's why I did super well in like English classes and like I fucking destroyed the writing portion of the SATs specifically because it's just like vocabulary I thought was hilarious because you could just find words to insult people and they would have no idea what you were saying. Like they wouldn't know what the hell. What is a troglodyte?
And then you look it up. Like that's so disrespectful.
Yeah, it was a way to like. Insult people and not have to face any consequences for it because they wouldn't even understand what it meant until you were long gone anyway. That's what it was for me, and I loved it. But like that's the thing, it's like outside of the classes you can't really find a lot of use for fucking Pythagorean theorem, really.
Yeah, absolutely
like,
not.
You know,
absolutely not.
Not at all.
It's useful to know it.
Mathematician.
It's useful to know it. Like knowing that stuff isn't harmful, you know. But that's shit you should learn in like middle school. You shouldn't be learning like, that in high school.
Yeah. Well, geometry is like one of those things that like everybody just kind of understands. Like people have a basic understanding of geometry, even if they don't care about it or like it, because it's just like it's proven to be relatively useful whenever you're fucking building a fucking desk or putting together IKEA furniture or whatever. It's just basic shit.
Yeah. Bad algebra, you need those, but like when you go to the trigonometry and like fucking, like
the second you get to imaginary numbers, you know.
Well, when you start doing variables, yeah, absolutely. Like once you start getting to a point like that, you're like, dude, at this point, I'm doing exercises that only somebody who's interested in having a career in mathematics should be doing. And like I said, this is stuff that you should have selected. You know how when they talk, the counselors talk to you about college and shit. And then in college, you get to select certain things once you're there. Like, I want to do this and this and that. And it's like, why in the fuck am I not doing this in grade school? It's like kind of it's the weirdest fucking thing.
Yeah, they just spring it on you, kind of.
They just put shit and fling it in your face. And you're like, dude, it's like my friend would always tell me, like, oh, because he dropped out of school because he was lazy. And then he would always say that he's, like, stupid or whatever. But he had the most vast and deep knowledge about a lot of stuff, especially when it came to comics and Batman or whatever. I'm like, dude, you obviously are smart in things that you give a fuck about, like most people. But you dropped out of school because of how fucking off. I probably would have dropped out of school if my mom wouldn't have destroyed me, because how stupid. I went to private school because my mom wanted me to have like a leg up. I went to private school for elementary. And once I got to public school, I was baffled and offended by how stupid and just useless and pointless most things I was. I first was a try-harder. I tried hard, and I was like, my essays and things that I was doing were at the top of the class. And when I realized that, like, I was like, wait, this is all I have to do to be at the top of my game? And then I became just C+, C- motherfucker. Literally never did homework. And just did the test as best as I could, because I'm like, this curriculum is for stupid people, to be honest. Like it's everything that they're teaching you is just borderline, you know, fucking your brain is just pudding.
That's crazy. For me, I got my ass beat if I didn't do good in school. Up until I was like maybe like in like 11th grade, I would get like fucking screamed at and like reamed about it. Like, I wasn't getting hit about it until when I got out of like 7th grade, I wasn't getting like my ass beat about bad grades. But like, I remember like I would be in school sometimes and I would just be sitting down. I'd just be like, why the fuck do I need anything you're talking about right now? When I was learning proofs in school, I was like, why do I need this? What the fuck is this going to do for me? What is this useful for?
Yeah. They don't do a good job of even kind of explaining, even just the general kind of, even just like the philosophical benefit to learning it. You know, like, because you could look at like math and be like, oh, it's not necessarily the math that's important. It's just like problem solving and getting you to think about things in specific, like that wasn't explained to me until I was way past a point where I could do anything about it. You know what I mean? And that point, it's like, oh, I understand, but also like I'm in college now, so fuck, like whatever. I don't. This is beyond useless to me now. But if that was explained to me like when I was younger, that it wasn't really about the math so much as it was about just like the general idea of like kind of like flexing those muscles and like thinking about things in a certain way, that probably would have convinced me to try a little bit harder at math. But they don't do a good job of really explaining that. They don't do a good job of like telling you, even just beyond that, how this shit's gonna help you at all. It's usually just every time somebody asks you, or anytime a student asks a teacher like, when am I gonna use this? It's just immediately like they don't answer that question.
They just get offended.
Yeah, they get offended that you're asking. It's like, this is a reasonable question to ask.
Like for me, like generally, if I could control curriculum, I would make it so you get
the kids in the coal mine.
No,
yeah,
you would get taught everything relatively similar, but at 8th and 8th grade, it'd be a little more specialized towards getting you used, because you learn so much not useful shit in like elementary school. I guess they're trying to form your brain, like to teach you things, but like you could just give, like, if you explain algebra to like a 5th grader, I think they could understand it. If you actually broke it down like to them, you could be like, okay, you can't.
No, I said you can.
Like,
no,
yeah, like if you broke it down, I'm like, all right, so X can mean anything, but we're trying to figure out what X means. If 5 plus 2 equal X, what does X mean? I'm pretty sure as a little kid, I'd be like, what's 5 plus 2? Oh, it's 7. Does X equal 7? And if I would have messed it up, they could have went over that with me over and over again. And that would have been the foundation of like algebra right there.
They spend too much time lying to you too. They're like, here's history in first grade and here's history in third grade. Now like everything you learned in first grade, it's fucking a lie.
Oh yeah, history would become an elective.
It's a lie, by the way.
History would become an elective after like 7th grade. Now if 8th grade would become after, like in high school, it'd be an elective, but you'd get taught proper history starting in 8th grade, like 5th grade. 5th to 8th grade, you'd get taught like proper US history first and then world history the next 2 years. So you have like a really solid understanding of it. So when you go into high school, like, all right, high school, now it's time for you to figure out what the fuck you want to do. We're going to give you relatively broad classes in every form in like the first year of high school, like 9th grade, it's like relatively broad. And then in 10th grade, you pick, what do you want to go into?
I think high school in general should just be that. It should just be like college.
Yeah.
I would give 9th grade to be fine.
I think anything, I'm telling you, man, I think anything past elementary, because I learned every basic thing in elementary school because it was private. The private elementary school pushed us to, like, where I was learning about fractions, percentages, weird things, like how to, like, I was like, I need to know about, like, say, kilograms, and how do I do it? What's a pound versus a kilogram? 2.2. Like, I learned this shit as a fucking kid. And at first it was kind of hard, but then once it clicks, right? Then it just sticks.
Yeah.
The thing is, you just learn basic fundamentals in elementary school, which every kid can do, barring they have some type of, issue, like something genuinely happened to them or some underdeveloped, something happened. And then from there, it's just, what do you want to do, bitch? I want to do this. Take this line. Just having like maybe 5 or 6 different generic ways to just go,
yeah,
and then
like,
go.
It'd be like,
I think that's how they do it in.
direction.
I think that's how they do it in. I don't know the exact country. It's like one of the Scandinavian countries. It might be like Norway or Sweden. I think they do it in that way too. Like where it's like I think adolescent and up. I think like some high school. It basically becomes like not trade school necessarily, but like very specified in like what you want to do.
That
like,
is so much better. That is so much better for kids. Like, hey, what do you like? What do you like doing? What do you genuinely enjoy? And they'll be like, oh, I enjoy X. And they'll be like, all right, cool. You like writing stories? All right, cool. We're gonna put you through all this stuff about writing stories. And if you don't like it,
put you in football.
If you don't like it, and hey, if you don't
class.
like it, you're a 15-year-old. You have time. You are 15. You have until you're 21 to figure out what the fuck you want to do, and that's it. So here you go, 15-year-old. Go through this.
That's the issue too. It's like by the time you're at you graduate high school, right? You've done all these like basic things. You have a couple of electives that don't really teach you much about what you're going to be fucking doing. You have to go to a college where you have to take even more classes that you really don't like. I remember being fucking befuddled when I went to college and they were like, "Oh, you still have to take this math and this English and this whatever." It's like, What the fuck are you talking about? I thought that was the whole point of why like high school was there, to get this shit over with so I could choose what I wanted to take actually. It's just a fucking joke. So like by the time you even get to a point where you're about to go to college and you think you're going to do what you want to do, you still can't even do that. And now you've got to worry about bills and shit. Like it's better to like just get that shit out of the way when you don't have to like rely on people and you're not like fucking worrying about bills and like worrying about like getting a job and shit. It's better to figure out what you want to do then than worry about it when you're trying to fucking make ends meet, and then by that time you've wasted so much time working in a fucking dead-end job that it's like, all right, well, I guess I'll fucking stay here forever. But it's such a broken fucking way that we go about it.
What's fucked about that is we offer AP classes, right? These are college classes, right, that you have to pay for in high school. But then my niece, who took AP chemistry and is trying to go into nursing like me, her AP credit does not count. It is void. So that means that my sister paid money for that class for her. And then the country voided it.
Shit, dude.
Then the country voided it. And she was like, I don't want to take that class again because I hated it. But now I have a whole entire college. I have an entirety of a college like life now. I have to do all the other shit. I'm playing sports. You know,
just got
So
reincarnated
and then she
in the
just,
same shitty life.
They just gave her the the shit that people learn in high school. Look, this is gonna be a shot. My girlfriend's family's beautiful. They're great people, but we were sitting down and we were going through the Are You Smarter Than Fifth Graders bullshit because we saw it on like the fucking Trisha Paytas podcast with Ethan. So it was Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? They had the balls to ask me about Huckleberry Finn. One of the questions at fifth grade was like, who was the writer of Huckleberry Finn, right? Or what is some shit about Huckleberry Finn? I was like, first of all, in fifth grade,
George R.R. Martin.
you are not talking about Huckleberry Finn at all. You're not even
What am I
bringing that
talking
shit
about?
up. No, like I'm just talking about like in fifth grade. No one's bringing that shit up to you.
Who wrote Huckleberry Finn?
I think
Tom Sawyer?
Tom Sawyer.
Mark
Mark Twain. Tom Sawyer's a character. Tom Sawyer's a character. Goddamn. See, I don't know that, you know?
I love that you're.
I don't know that.
Ropey doped you.
You did. You
That
fucking.
was a weird that you.
You soapy roped me.
This motherfucker said Tom Sawyer.
He was the guy that was on the thing with N-word Jim or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah,
thing is that
N-word
like they asked, there was
Sorry. Just like Edward Jim just sounds like a comic book like Edward Jim.
there was a question. These are 10th graders. These are 10th graders, mind you. These are 10th graders.
Yeah.
One of the question was, what is 34 times 20? Mm-hmm. And one of
Wait,
them.
that's high school shit?
That's no. This fifth grade stuff. This is fifth grade bullshit. That's shit
okay.
I knew when I was genuinely like in second grade.
Okay. All right.
They asked them that, and one of the girls looked at me in my face and dead ass said 68, and I was just like,
Well, even
Did you hit her?
"Excuse me," and she was like, "Don't you cancel the zero?" I was like,
Did you
"What
pop her one?
zero? They're not my kids. I can't hit them."
Well, it's debatable.
And I was just like, yo, they don't teach people anything. You're not learning. You're
smell
really
burnt toast.
I mean, I feel like
not
also
learning,
right
dude.
because the teachers get paid so shit that like why try?
Yeah.
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 But
And even
that's-
they try harder than they
should.
probably
They
even
should.
should.
Yeah, man. It's so bad. It's so fucking. It just. I don't know if it's getting worse. Because I don't know if it's because I can't believe people that like grew up in the 60s really could possibly be smarter than people people like us millennials. You know, I can't believe that they can be smarter than us with all the fuck decisions they made as a group of people. You know,
Well, they had more to
worry about definitely.
they probably no less, I would say, because like they actually could just go and get a job at like, I don't think there was as much pressure on them to go to school in the same way.
Yeah.
Because I think back in like, if you were going to school in like the 50s or whatever the fuck, you know, you were just doing whatever the fuck you wanted to do, and you could just like, and yeah, you had to do the stupid classes and shit, but you could, you know, you could work at some fucking outlet store and then save a bunch of money and like actually get a car and actually like fucking buy an apartment and shit. I was looking at the rent. I can't remember what the numbers were off the top of my head because I did the math like in that moment, and I immediately forget anything that is no longer useful to me, which is like a bad habit. But I was doing the rent on like somebody making minimum wage in like the 50s and 60s, living in the city, like per hour, and like based on like how many hours they would work and like how much money they would earn and how much an apartment was in New York City. And it's fucking staggering how little you had to actually work to get a city apartment in like the 50s or 60s. It's actually scary.
It's so wild.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of the world is still
Like it's
that.
I know. It's like dude,
it's-
it was like 300% worse than it is now or something. Like some fucking crazy thing.
Dude, it's crazy.
But-
It's like here for example, when I was in Greece, and then like just a couple of countries in Europe, just kind of knowing about what people
You were in
make on
Greece?
average. Yeah,
not the movie.
yeah.
Oh.
Actually, you know what's weird? For some reason, the song "Summer Loving" is in my head. I don't know why, but it just is. So it's kind of funny that you even said that.
My face. I got
Yeah,
tired. I got
jeez.
tired as soon as you said that.
Summer Lovers. NWA, man.
What the fuck?
Pretty good.
Summer Love by NWA.
Dude, you know what's wild? I didn't know. You know what? My first introduction to Flavor Flav was Flavor of Love. I had no fucking idea he was in anything or he did anything before that.
Public Enemy.
You didn't know he was a Public Enemy?
You think I was listening to Public Enemy, Derrick?
Maybe. By proxy, where you're from.
I told you I didn't listen to music until like 8th grade.
That is so unbelievable to me. That is so unbelievable that you're a musician now. That's so crazy.
Not really.
I mean, in a manner of speaking, people call you musicians sometimes. I don't know. I think they're wrong, but
for some reason, it doesn't make any sense.
I think they're wrong.
What's insane? You know what's insane? Like, if you Google my name, it says musician. Like, it's the primary thing. And it's like, what the fuck is that?
I'm an editor.
Look, I don't want to see what mine shit says. It probably says something really fucked up.
Fucking professional chronic masturbator or some shit.
I don't even want to know. Like, I literally don't want to know.
You'll know.
Chronic masturbator.
I don't want to. I hope it says nothing, to be honest.
It doesn't. It actually says nothing.
What does mine say? Fucking nigga?
That's actually a huge relief. I like that.
What is it? Tom Sweeny just says fucking meme. I'll be like, what?
No, it says see results about Thomas William Sweeny.
That's
Irish
me.
American soldier.
I mean, that's not me. That's not me. That's not me.
Yeah, it is.
That's not me. I'm not Irish. I'm not Irish. Not Irish. It's not me.
That's so weird.
You know, it's funny. My last name and middle name are Irish. Technically, my first name is sort of Irish too.
Yeah, musical artist. The fuck. Anyway,
you know what's crazy? I've
frustrating.
met people. Okay, now I met someone that the first introduction to Rage Against the Machine was a cover you made by them.
What? I didn't. Who? Derrick?
No, you made a Rage. You did a Rage cover or a parody, I think.
I didn't do a Rage anything.
You didn't? What? You definitely covered a Rage song. Oh, you parodied one of them. It was
I promise you, I didn't.
I think you did, bro.
Was it? What are you gaslighting me?
I think
I know what I.
I think you did, bro.
No, I did. There's no way that person would know that because, like, I did like a Rage Against the Machine
parody,
like style song. It wasn't like, but I put that on SoundCloud and like 8 people saw it.
8 people.
Like that was not real.
8 people, bro. Those 8 people. Those 8 people told 8 other people. 8 times 8 is a number.
But yeah,
63 or some shit.
It's off-putting. Anyway, we should get into questions.
Oh my god, yes, we should. We've been doing this for a while.
Been wasting people's time talking about the fucking education
Our
system.
podcast is getting more and more just us ranting about how fucked America is. We're getting old, dude.
Yeah,
my birthday's in 2 weeks, dude.
Dude, this is weird. Like, your shit's just all on the internet like this. It's fucking gross.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Like, no, I'm just googling you. It's just like I hate just all your business just being compacted on the front page. It's fucking.
It is really weird. People also search for iDubbbz, JonTron, Gus Johnson,
and
Rucka.
and Richard
Anita
Spencer.
Sarkeesian. What a fucking weird list of. So Chris Reagan. People also search for Rucka Ali, iDubbbz. Hold on. iDubbbz, JonTron, Gus Johnson, Anita Sarkeesian, Anthony Fantano, and Jordan Peterson. What the fuck?
Those are such weird characters.
Hey, yo, did you hear that Jordan Peterson in a comic was compared to Red Skull? Did you hear about that?
Oh my god. What?
Dude, there's like legit. There's a Red Skull like fucking like little panel or something. I only saw a little bit of it. I didn't look into it because I was like, I need to see this later. But Red Skull is saying something and it's completely mimicking Jordan Peterson. And I was like, this is the great timeline. This is a fucking wonderful timeline that I don't know what it's about, but Sweeny, I bet you would really be interested in that since I'm sure it's a part of I don't know which comic, but it's in something.
I love me some Red Skull, bro.
Yeah.
A nice shiny red-headed bald man.
Shiny red-headed bald man.
His head is red.
Fucking Christ. All right, let's move on. Let's get these questions out of the way. God help us. The man that will one day fuck your daughters wrote in. Says, what's up, Keith David Groupies? Is there anything that you like but couldn't see yourself doing? For example, I love the look of facial piercings, but I don't think I would ever get any. I I would say I actually don't like face piercings.
Wait, what was the question? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's is there anything that you like but couldn't see yourself doing? For example, like, you know, this dude like likes face piercings on people but like wouldn't get them.
I think it's me. I feel like it's MMA.
What? Really?
Yeah, I love it. Shit, I took it for a little bit when I was younger. Then I was like, I don't like this. I'm hurting people or I'm getting hurt. This is someone's getting hurt, and I don't like this. I don't really like exactly where I live. This in between place.
I understand that. I actually understand that. That's a good answer because I think like the training's great, which I really want to. I'm probably gonna join an MMA gym once everything's open back up. But the same thing. If somebody's like, "Oh, well, now sign up and start competing," I'm like, "No, I don't want." Like, it's fine. Like, someone actually genuinely trying to hurt you, I'm not like it. That doesn't excite me. I like watching it and stuff. But me, I don't want to break my nose. That's something that like I don't look forward to. And everybody who fucking fights breaks their nose at some point, unless you're just incredibly lucky. But yeah, I think I'd have to agree. I think I'd have to agree with that.
I couldn't imagine what my nose looked like broken. If somebody broke my nose and didn't heal right, I don't know what the fuck my nose. It'd probably just be like over here. It's just I don't know what would happen.
Imagine Sweeny with who's Luke Wilson or is it Owen?
Owen has the broken nose.
Which one? Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson. That's right. Like imagine that nose on you, dude.
Oh
like
my
that,
god!
The same complexion as Owens, but just on Tom Sweeney's normal face.
Ew,
yeah,
You look like a fucking mime.
I'd look like a fucking dog or some shit. How dogs have different colored noses to their fucking faces. That'd be so disgusting.
That is really gross.
Holy shit! I need to see that now.
Someone's gonna make that. Don't make that, guys. Come on, be respectful.
If no one makes it, I'm just gonna make it.
I used to think MMA was just purely gay. Because like I didn't know what it was, and somebody was like wearing an MMA shirt, and I was like, "What does that?" I remember I asked him, "What does that mean?" He said,
"Like men murking ass or something."
He said, "Munching man ass," and I was like, "Oh." I don't know why he would say that. He has no reason. That was when I had like some level of trust in people. So I was like, "Oh, he has no reason to like lie to me. Like, why would he like make something
a gay
up?"
Person.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, I guess. I just walked through, just went along.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a good answer.
I feel like for me it's like the degree with which I see people do tattoos like all over their bodies, like huge back tattoos and like fucking or like face and like cuz that's something like I that was like my type for a while. Like the tattooed like the Suicide Girl type deal. And it was like, because that's really, I don't know, I think it's cool and I think it looks good. But I would never in a fucking million years get a back tattoo. Like, I couldn't, it's so egregious. It's just such a huge amount of space.
Derrick, do you have back
that I'm
tattoos?
like, I don't know if I don't think I could be comfortable covering that much of my body with like a specific image.
I could do it.
I'd be okay. It's just the money thing. Like if there's an artist, if there's an artist that's like I'll give you a substantial discount, and like let's fucking piece you up. I'd be all about it. But I just
What'd you
it's
do?
just not.
You get the wings. You get those stupid wings.
No, I have one generic tattoo and that's good enough. Like one generic tattoo is good enough. And everything else is just kind of stupid bullshit. And I'm just going to stick to... I'm kind of the same where I really like how sleeves look, where people put a lot of time into it. I really like Justin Wang's fucking
he has a really good piece.
Pieces on him. But I never was interested in doing that shit. Like, the whole, like, I'm going to plan this out and make everything flow and the colors are going to... I'm like, that shit's gay. Like, I like how it looks on people, but for me, I'm just like, I don't care. I like that... I just always like the idea of just paint shit on me. It doesn't have to flow. Like let's just put something on me. It's fun, and I don't really think anything more about it than that. To be honest,
you gonna get face tats ever, Derrick?
Deep with it. No, the face is the one thing I would always avoid, and this is the one thing that I think that I won't ever like accept. Like I always thought tattoos are fine everywhere else except for the face because that's literally where people look at you, and then so you have to like fucking now it becomes a part of your genuine identity where this is the one part where everybody looks at you and then usually it just looks like there's like a bug on your face or something fucking stupid. Like it's like say Post Malone. I really like that guy, but he looks like shit now. He just looks like somebody just scribbled all over him. Where I was like, damn, dude.
He looks like garbage.
At
And
first,
he'll
he
always
used
look
to-
like garbage.
At first, no, because dude, I remember when he didn't have any tattoos, dog. I remember Post Malone when he had no tattoos, like in
2015?
13,
Something like that?
2013,
2013?
14, like when White Iverson came out.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I saw him, like, he disappeared and he made Rockstar, and I saw him and I was like, dude, what the fuck happened, bro? Like,
He
that's
turned himself into a fucking high school bathroom stall. Like it makes no sense.
and like to him it clearly means something, but to me, like, that's just too much, you know? Like that's a lot.
You
It's
can never
just
hide
totally-
from people either. You never go into witness protection.
You're obviously
fucked.
you. Like, you're obviously gonna be, oh, that's that guy.
Oh, that's that guy who tattooed his social security number on his face. Like, you know, it's like it's just so dumb looking. And there's you know what the thing is, it's like it's also just a part of your body that there isn't really enough skin to do anything interesting with. And even if you could do something interesting with it, you're just stuck with that forever and you just look like an asshole. Like, I've never seen somebody with face tattoos and didn't think you look like just a colossal asshole. Like, that's my immediate assumption of you. I'm sure you're a fine person, probably, maybe, but this is my. It's almost like
tats are not good,
evolutionarily,
bro.
like you're evolutionarily wired to recognize a human face, and when it's just completely off, or there's like something wrong with it, it just I feel like you just kind of inherently don't like it. It's for the same reason people don't like fucking clowns or like mimes. It's because they're off. Because they don't look like people.
I agree. I think the tattoos on the face now is a cultural thing in the way nowadays, in the same way that, say, you go to certain parts of the world and people diss their lips, or women will fucking, their neck or something, where they grew up in that environment where they think that shit looks cool, but everybody else is like, what the fuck are they doing? So all these Gen Zers, they all think tattoos on the face is like, that's the shit. I mean, look at Mario Juda's a prime example. He just became like, famous. No tattoos. First thing he does is have tattoos on his fucking face. Like, that's like the first thing.
That's so
unless
stupid.
unless he has like permanently fake ones, but like I've seen him a couple of times. I was like, oh, he put shit on his face already? Nowhere else? He started with his fucking face?
That's so dumb. If my kid got a face tattoo, I would take them to the place, take the most painful removal.
Yeah,
Almost like
just a back alley tattoo removal. They just sort of sand his
will
skin
it work?
until the ink is
It'll
gone.
work, but it's gonna hurt a lot. And I'm like, good, not fucking strap him down. I'm like, you're gonna pay for this.
I do want to get a sleeve. Like, I like tattoos, and I like planning like big, elaborate tattoos. I just like, I don't know, like the whole like the second like you see somebody and their whole body is covered in tattoos, it's like you just look like a. I don't know.
There's
you
definitely
look
limits.
Strange to me. Like, you look like a cartoon. Like, you're not even a real person, really.
This guy, he actually got kicked out of this band, Bad Wolves, because he basically started, I think he started watching like Ben Shapiro and Crowder and shit, and then he just, everyone was like, hey, can you please leave the band? And that fucking guy, though, I like him, but he's tattooed head to toe. His entire head is tattooed. He looks so fucking stupid. Like, he's a very attractive built man.
Wait, who is it?
His name's Tommy Vext, like Tommy Vext, and light-skinned brother from New York. I like the guy, but now he just like he had like these modelish good looks, but his fucking tattoos just completely on his body and his head, and he only has this small window left.
Wait, hold on. So, Kingston, did you Google this dude?
I'm up already. Already on
Did you see the sad picture of him in the Make America Great Again hat?
No, I haven't seen it. Wait.
Tommy Vext. Make sure you spelled it right.
I did.
VEXT.
Oh my god, dude.
Do you see that? Are you seeing the image that I'm talking about?
Dude, I'm just looking at his head. He looks like a fucking.
No, hold on. Look for that image of him in the Make America Great Again hat.
Okay.
It should
Do
be
you
like
see it?
one of the...
Bro, it's literally you spelled it wrong. He spelled it wrong. If you're not seeing it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm looking right at it.
All right, I'm going to say something and you look at this image and tell me. I just want to see your reaction when I say this. Justin.
Who's that? I don't know who he is.
This dude has our friend's expression exactly. Like it's actually just this is our friend Justin's face, just straight up on
He
some
does
fucking.
look like Justin, actually. Genuinely, he does look like
Yeah,
Justin.
our friend Justin looks like a Teddy Graham. I wish we could put a photo.
He does not look like a Teddy Graham. I don't get why you keep saying that. Like you say that all the time, and I'm like, he does not.
If he looks like a Teddy Graham, I can because like this guy kind of looks like a Teddy Graham. Tommy kind of looks like
What does that
kinda-
mean? You guys are fucking.
So- No.
I kinda get
Sweeney, you always think I'm off base with this, but every time I have been in a room full of people who know Justin, and I say Justin looks like a Teddy Graham, everybody laughs.
Because it's
the most
ridiculous.
No, because it's accurate, and people like agree. It's not like just some LOL so random. Teddy Grahams are silly.
I've seen so many Teddy Grahams. Justin's a human being.
He looks like a Teddy Graham, dude.
Oh my god, you're just a fucking maniac, dude. You're just an actual maniac.
I'm not gonna put a picture up for obvious reasons, but I'm gonna show Derrick a picture afterwards. Because I feel like he would agree.
He does look like Justin, though. I'd give him that. He does actually look like Justin.
Yeah, you know why? Because he looks like a Teddy Graham.
You're such a fucking.
Close.
You're
Dude,
such
this
a
guy
maniac.
looks like Tommy. Looks like I get it, dude. I get it. I see.
What's the next
Teddy
question?
Graham.
God damn, I can't stand you guys.
I'm hungry, dude. I'm hungry now.
All right.
Shit, I'm hungry.
Doug-
too.
Hey,
Damn
by
it.
the way, hold on before you move forward. I just want to say, there's this guy. He's on the. If I get up suddenly. Oh, look at this guy hurt his arm. If I get up suddenly, I just need to. I'm gonna drop. Somebody's meeting me at the front door. I just need to drop something off. If I get up just suddenly, I'll be like right back. I'm just letting you know.
All right. Well, we'll just keep going and.
Yeah, for sure.
Just, like, keep things going. What time stamp is that? An hour 51. All right. Just gotta remember that for later.
What time are we at right now?
Just hour 51.
Oh shit! Really? We
yeah,
only had
so
one
we-
question.
I'll probably edit some of the other conversations. I'll probably cut the school conversation down a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But-
Okay.
All right. Doug's Discount Toiletries. You wipe it and we swipe it. Wrote in. Says hello. Used napkin, penny, and chip. Don't know who's who. Don't even ask.
Yeah,
My question is piggybacking off a question with. Oh, hold on. Let me read this again. My question is piggybacking off of a previous episode conversation with Jonathan regarding music and its impact on movies and video game scenes and segments. What's one instance where music really made the scene or section of a game really great or really terrible? Personally, Control's Ashtray Mage section where they play Take Control by Old Gods of Asgard. Old Gods of Asgard is one of my favorite fucking things. Dude, Control's so good. I'm so glad that people the fact that people even wrote in about the fucking Ashtray Maze is awesome. That's such a good game. But fucking all of Doom, pretty much.
Yeah.
As I mentioned in that podcast, I think, oh man, Blow Me Away in fucking Halo 2 is pretty sick. I can't think of. Oh, you know what? There's a scene in. Have either of you guys played Far Cry 3?
No.
No?
I didn't finish it.
Damn.
But
there's
yeah, it's really good.
There's a scene where you burn down a weed farm or whatever the fuck, and they're playing this ridiculous I can't remember what the song was because I only played Far Cry 3 once, but that was a pretty good fucking sequence that I thought was pretty cool because it wasn't even like on rails or anything. It was just like, oh, this is just happening naturally.
For me,
Which is good shit.
Yeah. I always you got one because me instantly God of War 2 when you fight Perseus, it's the fight is not nearly as good as the fucking track. If you put in like Kratos versus Perseus, it's like one of the best fucking scores written in a game, and it doesn't make sense. And I'm like, this fight is fucking stupid because you're quote unquote trapped in this room but there's pillars that you could literally just walk through, but you're somehow trapped. It's like one of those things where I'm like, this is stupid. I'm distracted by that, but this room looks cool and the music's fucking amazing.
Ah, man, I'm trying to figure out. I mean, like, I would say there's several moments. Like, I think when you're in Brinstar and Super Metroid, the music that plays like da 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 cha cha.
Like, this is
cha cha da 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 cha cha.
These are the ramblings of a madman.
People would know. People know. People know about it. But then also, what moment? That, what's a really, really good piece of music? People are gonna get mad at me. The ending of Last of Us 2, Last of Us 1, when you're telling Ellie that everything was going on, that score at the very end of, like, I think the whole game has a fantastic musically, honestly. Oh no, when you're riding up to what's his name's house in freaking in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh,
going
yeah.
to get Jack back. Oh, dude, that's the best moment.
That whole game, honestly, is elevated by the music too. Like that's like that score is so good. And like
or the D'Angelo moment, that's just legendary.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about. Oh, you know what my favorite moment in Red Dead 2 is too, or one of the ones that I think about a lot is when you're walking up to torch the mansion with everybody, and it's like the game just sort of naturally frames it like a fucking movie.
That's the moment I'm talking about. No, the part when you're riding, everyone's riding there. That whole portion, music-wise, is so fucking good. Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a masterpiece.
I wish I could forget Red Dead Redemption 2.
I do
so
too.
I could play it again.
I tried to play it on stream, and I can't because I remember so much of it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like that's one of the few games that I wish I could experience that for the first time again. And it's not even like because I wouldn't wish that for Halo 3, or something like that, because like that's more about like the year that it came out more than it is about like what the game actually is. Like if I could experience that in 2007 again, I would do that. But like I wouldn't want to like forget Halo 3. Just so I could re-experience it in 2021 for the first time. But like Red Dead Redemption 2 and like fucking God of War and
Spider-Man, all of those games. I wish I could just forget all those games and replay them again. Because personally, I feel like right now there's just no games out, dude. That really bothers me as a whole. Like it's just nothing to really play.
They're gonna be coming. Like
I know
we're actually in for like a fucking ridiculous 2021 when it comes to. I know,
but it's so late, dude. It's so late. Like everything starts coming out in fucking May.
I will say, like, there are things that have come out that you just probably wouldn't like so far. Like, because Hitman 3 was fucking awesome. But it's a very specific type of game, so, like, whatever. But later this year we got Resident Evil on the horizon.
Can't wait.
Deathloop, which looks fucking great, by the way. Deathloop is Arcane. That is the guys who did Dishonored and Prey. We had Hitman, Far Cry 6.
Avowed still, right?
Huh?
Avowed, right?
Avowed. No, that's probably a while off. That's probably like, I think 2022. Or 3 probably. Far Cry 6, which has that fucking Gus from Breaking Bad in it, which that's the only reason I'm looking forward to that. Horizon, Forbidden West, which, that's a pretty solid fucking... I didn't care for the first game, but it's not because I thought it was bad. It's just like... I'm looking more forward to the sequel than I am.
I played that game while I was playing Ghost, and that game was... You realize how not good other open world action games are compared to Ghost of Tsushima while playing that game.
Ghost is really good. Like it's even just a fun watch too. Like it's even just fun to watch people play. But so we got that's like 5. Outriders came out. That's apparently like people like that. I don't really care. I don't like it that much.
I like the demo.
It was all right, but like it's not gonna captivate me. I already got enough to worry about.
It's not Destiny.
Fucking Halo Infinite this year. Back 4 Blood, which is the Left 4 Dead fucking sequel, spiritual sequel. Returnal, which actually looks pretty cool. Fucking Ratchet and Clank.
That game looks good.
We had Super Mario 3D World and that whatever I hate those games, but like whatever.
Adventure.
Yeah, It Takes Two, which is apparently awesome.
Me and Lily got to play that game. We're planning to play it on the stream.
You should play that on a stream because I hear that's like really good.
It's more. It's definitely 2-player game, right?
Yeah.
Do I need 2 controllers?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I was buying another controller. Or I can use my PS4 controller. Actually, fuck it.
Yeah. Kind of. Like apparently there's like a thing where like
What's up?
to use the PS4 controller you have to download the PS4 version of the game because PlayStation is really dumb
Wait,
with the
what?
way that they. Yeah. Let's not get into it.
I'll see another
The Mass Effect right around the corner.
I cannot wait.
The
for
Legendary
that.
Edition. Monster Hunter Rise just came out. Fucking Ghostwire Tokyo. Oddworld just came out, which I'm happy about. Lego Star Wars, that whole fucking
whole
the
collection?
one with like all the
9?
movies in it is apparently like coming out. Pokemon Snap. I don't know what the fuck that is. Wait, really? There's a Pokemon Snap? There's a new Pokemon Snap?
Yeah, so you remember the one we were little? That's the one I had
Yeah.
for 64. They made a new one. They remade it again.
Okay.
Again, they was like, oh, let's just make another. Nintendo was like, why don't we just rehash an idea again? That's what
Yeah.
we do.
Psychonauts 2. Little Nightmares 2, which I haven't played yet, but like Little Nightmares 1 was fucking awesome. Biomutant, The Medium, which is actually pretty good too. Dying Light.
I might get that.
There's so much Valheim I hear is like really good, but I haven't been able to play it because my PC isn't strong enough. Super Mario Golf,
That's
the new
true.
Mario Golf.
Doesn't Baldur's Gate come out this year?
I think so. Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
I'm just waiting. I feel like there's not enough out right now. That fits my
Vampire
particular
the
niche.
Masquerade, Cyber Shadow, Warhammer 40k.
Wait, what?
What?
Warhammer?
Warhammer 40k.
What?
Dark Tide. Diablo 2, the Diablo 2 remake.
That's true. Diablo 3 comes out this year or no?
2. Diablo 2 remake. Diablo 2 Resurrected, I think it's called. But there's a bunch of shit. It's just like all of it is condensed into fall basically and like a little bit trickling in during the summer months. But this is going to be a fucking crazy year. If things don't get pushed out or delayed, then we talked about this on Sacred Symbols, but like I know that doesn't have necessarily the most overlap with this one, but I have to talk about this because I think it's so fucking interesting. Do you know MLB The Show, that baseball game?
Yeah, it got put on Xbox, the Game Pass.
So, right on day one, it's going to be on Game Pass, and that's a previously Sony exclusive game developed by Sony. By a Sony studio. Like they funded that money and built the game, and now it's just free on Xbox, which is like one of the biggest slaps in the face I think I've ever seen. Like that is such a
slap. That's definitely like because I would assume that just meant that Sony was like, yeah, go ahead.
No. No. They don't like putting their games anywhere. But the only reason they had to do this is because MLB held the license and they were like, we're going to give this to somebody else if you don't agree to our terms. And the terms were it could go on other platforms, which would normally be fine because they would be making a lot of money. But now it's just like, hey, because this goes on other platforms, we're putting it on the service. Like, let me put it this way. What reason would you have as somebody who's a fan of MLB The Show to not get it on Xbox?
Now because it's free. I understand that, but like for me, it's just like I heard about that and I was like, well, I guess, but at the same time, like it's going on, like I don't know, like like MLB isn't a console seller, like people are not gonna be like, I gotta get a PS5. I don't think. I mean,
not in our circles,
maybe not
because
people play sports games, like people was like for me, it's just like, well, that's not like a Last of Us or like a fucking Ghost of Tsushima or something like that, whereas like people or like Spider-Man, like people didn't straight up buy PlayStation, at least a large mass didn't buy the console for that. But at the same time, I understand that like, yeah, that's a little weird.
So just
that's like what it says.
It's just it really is fucking crazy just how much of a slap in the face it is though, because like you just can't. Sony historically doesn't like to do this. They don't like to put their shit anywhere. The only time that they ever put their shit anywhere is when they've sold all that they can on their platform, basically.
So they put it
like
on
when
Steam.
Death Stranding sold as much as they were going to sell on PlayStation. They waited a year, and it was just like, whatever. That wasn't like a huge seller anyway because it was a niche game. But Horizon, they waited like 5 years because no one was buying Horizon on PlayStation anymore because like everybody already fucking had it. So they're like, all right, we'll put it on PC now to get a bunch of more money. So the idea that like this game is either going to be $70 on PlayStation or free on Microsoft's. Imagine you're Sony and you basically put millions of dollars into making something that makes your competitor's service really appealing.
Yeah.
Like, that is wildly disrespectful. Like, I couldn't believe that they fucking did that. But, oh well. All right, let's go on to the next fucking question. We're going a little bit over, but it's because we're going to cut some stuff. Papa Jesus wrote in. He says, "Hey, my degenerate boyos. Personally, I hate whimsical advice like be yourself or never give up." I like that that's whimsical. It's a really good way to describe that advice. That is actually like super just like
whimsical.
It is whimsical because it's cliche and vague. Do you have any practical life advice for the viewers? For example, I learned that making an effort to always put things back in the same place is a good way to make sure you don't lose anything, especially helpful since I have major ADD. That is accurate. That is a good habit to get into.
Oh, genuinely, don't work hard, work smart.
Actually, yeah.
Genuinely, that's like one of the best advice I ever got. Like, you don't have to overly work yourself. You have to work smart. Figure out what you know, and then use what you know. Apply what you know to how other things work, and you'll start figuring shit out simply. It's terrifying.
And it can be easy to feel like you're not working hard enough. When in reality, it's just like it's really just kind of like a work ethic kind of like a general. I don't want to say brainwashing, but like it's just kind of like a thing that's drilled into our heads from very early on. It's like you got to work, you got to grind. You got to really work hard to get anywhere. But it's not true at all. Like literally,
not exactly not true. You gotta put.
It's really not. Like the thing is, it's like think about all the people who are billionaires right now. They have not worked harder than like a person at a steel mill. Like they just haven't.
That's true.
Like,
that's true. But what happens is, Chris, there's like those are circumstances, where like, you gotta do things. But like, let's say like you can't compare Bezos to like a human. You can't compare like a Rockefeller to him. Like work ethic is important. You need to have a decent work ethic.
Yeah.
It's in general. Like you gotta know. Like for me, like I have a spotty work ethic, but I know when I sit down and I'm doing work, I'm doing my work. I gotta get this done with. And then my obsessive compulsiveness is just like I'm not done with this, so I can't do something else. I like tackling one thing at a time before I go to other stuff, And I feel like that's fairly a decent like mentality to have.
That's good.
But like for people that are like oh, you don't gotta work hard to really like blow up out of something else to get to the next level of something. You usually do to maintain, not always.
You do have to work hard, but the issue is like if you can achieve. So here's the thing: if you can achieve in 3 hours, what you feel you need to put 20 hours into.
There you go. I agree with you.
Don't put the 20 hours in. Like it's just it's dumb. Like because there are times where I've improvised a video like overnight, right? Or I've spent multiple weeks on a video, and sometimes that's like worth it, but it's not necessarily the thing that I'm supposed to be doing every single time I put something out. Like I don't need to spend 3 weeks making a video every single time because it's just a waste of fucking time because I can make more money and make good shit without working myself to the fucking bone. And that's just generally like a thing that I'm trying to figure out too right now because like I have it. I attribute work to suffering almost. It's almost like if this is too easy, then I'm not working hard enough. Is typically like the way that I feel, which is like just programming from like a long time ago. So that's a bad mindset. So anybody who's like work hard, it's like that's good advice, but working smarter is way.
It's more useful. It's definitely more useful. It keeps you alive longer.
Absolutely. Everything you guys said for the past like 10 minutes, whatever.
But also at the same time, you gotta be smart. Like, for instance, I say all the time now, and I sound like a fucking broken record. But there's
Put all your money in Dogecoin is what he's saying.
But like, I
Point
can't
to the moon, baby.
I can't watch content creators. Like, even my Watch Mojo viewing has gone down. You know, because at least Watch Mojo's about different things each time. But like, if I can't do constant posting content creators. I've unfollowed everyone that does that.
What are you watching on fucking Watch Mojo?
I don't know. It's always some insightful shit.
What the fuck are you doing?
It's
I
like-
haven't seen Watch Mojo.
Oh my god!
Since,
bro.
like-
I get it. Okay, I get it. I'm one of the
Jesus
few people that
Christ.
watch Mojo, even though they regularly
You are.
get millions of views. They have 20 million subscribers. Every video they post videos like they post 7 videos a day, and each video has like 7 million views. Like what the
they're
fuck?
literally
because
There's a bunch of people
equivalent
like
of
these.
fucking quartering, dude.
There's a bunch of idiots like me that just watch it.
it's just a bunch of normal people. It's just like 10 times Schmidt was the best character on New Girl, and it's like, okay, what do you? what do you mean?
It's just background noise. It's like comfort food. It just works, you know.
I will say, I'll give a compliment where a compliment is due. The lady who does the voiceover for Watch Mojo does have a good voice.
Very good voice.
And it is,
I actually do like her voice.
yeah, it is a solid voice to the point where it's like I almost can forgive it, almost.
Yeah.
But if it's like that guy or like anybody else, like I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Ash from Watch Mojo. Like, look, let me go over the most recent. Top 10 creepy YouTube, Mr. Creepiest YouTube mysteries ever. Top 10 most powerful Mortal Kombat fighters. Top 10 times anime characters asserted absolute dominance.
Shut the fuck up. That is
Top
so
10
stupid.
most dangerous movie quests ever. I don't watch all of this, but I do watch some of it. Because some of
Top
it's
10 hottest fucking cum shots. That's what I
Top
want to
10
say.
thickest
Let's fucking-
dicks in porn. It's like, wow.
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to fucking see, man. Then you
Number
get me
10.
much Mojo. They'll get me back.
Number 10, Mandingo. And it's like, he's number 10?
What the fuck?
You get to the end. You get to the end, it's just a it's just a travesty of a human being.
Some dude's dick looks like a pizza with the length of a fucking bed. It's just
H.R.
like, what
Geiger
the
tripod.
It looks like a fucking foam roller.
All about it.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Top 10 worst
Yeah.
things Ed and Eddie have done.
What?
Is
I
that
hate
real?
these people.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh my
fuck
God.
you, man.
Top 10 most
Right.
dangerous vaccines.
Let me see another one.
Wow. You imagine Watch Mojo just becomes like a conspiracy theory site, like overnight, like they sell it, and some guy
That'd
just
be
starts
sick.
making top 10 reasons why the earth is flat. Top 10 reasons or
Top 10
Top
reasons
10
why God
times.
is dead.
Top 10 gayest frogs. That's what I'd like to see.
Top 10 gayest frogs. That's
top 10
unbelievable.
pieces of evidence that prove Epstein's innocence. And you're just like slowly watching this being like, this is like
This is different.
a little
Number 10.
different. Number 10.
Number
It's
10.
Jill's.
The books were empty. After Epstein's death, his black book was checked, and contrary to popular belief, there were no names inside of it. That is made up. And it's like, what? I don't think it's made up.
But
There's photos of that.
Mojo said it. It's real.
Can you imagine you get all your information from fucking Watch? That's just all you do.
Imagine
That's how you
getting-
study.
Imagine getting all your human experience, your life experience from Twitter. Like, there's a little kid, and they hook him up to a machine, and Twitter feeds him information, and then they just put out into the world.
They did that already. That was Tay. You remember the fucking AI that Microsoft made that like learned from the internet and started saying like white nationalist shit?
That was amazing.
Did you see the fucking that? Oh my god, I can't remember what platform.
That's
did
real?
this. Hold on. There was this software. I'm sure you saw it, Derrick, where it was like you had to have seen this. It was like this streaming software that allowed you to like automatically censor like racism and like xenophobia.
Yeah.
And it used AI, I guess, to like customize like and it's all these sliders, and there's like a white nationalism slider and like a xenophobia slider. It's like, oh man, I usually play with I usually stream with white nationalism set to 5, but like it's 10 today. But like there was a toggle for the N-word. It said N-word, yes or
N-word
no.
Toggle.
Amazing. This is such an amazing reality, and I couldn't be more grateful that I'm living in it.
What is wrong with the internet, bro? Like, what the fuck is wrong with the internet?
It's crazy. It's
unaccountability. Unaccountability. I think that's what it is. It just breeds the worst kind of fucking derelict creatures.
What happened was we went off of Amish Donkey, we went off of Newgrounds, we stopped using addicting games, and we started using fucking Twitter and Facebook. And that was when everything fell apart. Like that is the moment, I think. Before, everything's fine. I feel like the internet would have been fine if it just stayed that way. But now it's all wrong. People fucking dressing up like Holocaust survivors on TikTok. It's just everything's wrong.
I saw that shit. And I was like, man, that's pretty fucking funny. It's pretty fucking... Dude, as soon as they made... I think Ebon's World was the fucking... Was a fucking something sent down from the devil. The devil came to some guy in the middle of the night and he was like, make this. And upon making this, the world will burn and you'll have infinite freedom in my kingdom. And the guy was like, yes, Satan. And he made that website. Yes, and all Satan. The little kids came to it. All the little ones were like, we need to see this stuff.
Chris has a high voice for a lesbian rodent. Says, hello, strangers, that I give 1.79% of my monthly paycheck to.
Sick.
Seeing as you've all worked customer service jobs or retail, I was wondering what's the stupidest question a customer has ever asked you. A couple of months ago, I asked a customer if he would like to donate to help in the fight against AIDS, to which he responded, AIDS still exists? And when I told him it did, he said, are you sure?
He's like, didn't I defeat it? I thought I ended it.
It's a reasonable question. You don't really hear about it much anymore.
He summons
that
like
one guy who had
his
it.
hand, and he's like, I gotta go do work.
That one guy who famously has it is still around. So
Magic Johnson?
Yeah, Magic
AIDS alive,
Johnson.
Right? Did he die?
Magic AIDS Johnson? Did you just call him Magic AIDS Johnson? Shut your bitch ass up. Shut the fuck up.
That's his real name.
What kind of Californian says some shit like that? You're an ignorant bitch. Fuck you.
Let's be real. Hold on. Stop fighting. Let's be real for a second. It is
pretty magical.
Really amazing that the guy named Magic just survives with AIDS. That's pretty amazing. That's not something that can be said for like a lot of people with AIDS.
Magic has money, so that's why Magic's still alive.
Yeah, he is.
Freddie Mercury had money too.
Freddie Mercury had money, not in the same time period. Freddie Mercury.
How old is Magic Johnson? When did Magic Johnson get AIDS?
Magic Johnson got AIDS in the 90s.
Early 90s.
Age
Johnson.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury died in 2006.
No, he did not. You fucking idiot. What the fuck? What are you talking about? You made me so mad. If Gabby heard you say that, she would have been in your room. She would have teleported into your room and killed you.
Yeah, probably.
Mama,
that is accurate.
I got some AIDS.
Shut the fuck up. I didn't mean to go.
Somebody came into Sears once asking where to trade gold.
Did you kill them?
No, it was dead serious too. I thought it might have been like a YouTube prank, but it was too early for that, and also he was like too old and no one was around, so it would have been a waste. But like,
I'm giggly.
Was this in 2006 or 7?
This was 2013.
What?
Yeah.
There wasn't even. Was there a gold? Was there even like a gold rush around that time when like?
Well, no, the price of gold had just spiked around that time, I think.
What did it?
I don't know.
Because I remember it spiking in 2006, and then it. Okay, who cares? Whatever. Fuck that person.
Okay,
I don't know.
For me, there was one time where some girl walked in and she was like, "Can I get 20 on pump 4?" And I was like, "This is Starbucks." And she walked out, and I was just like, "Yo, what just happened?" I was just like, what is happening? What just happened?
Have you seen that? Have you seen that video of the guy going? He goes to the gas station. He goes like, "Can I get 10 on?" And he walks back forever. I wish I could find that video.
Can I get 10 on?
Some people are really making like hilarious shit on TikTok. Honestly, like I don't browse it really because I usually wait for Twitter to just kind of like
spit it out.
spit it out at me so I don't have to cycle through it. But some of it's fucking hilarious.
TikTok is just Vine again. It's literally just Vine again, but it's that sometimes people don't understand when to turn off the camera. So people have the camera on way too long, and I see too much of them. And I'm like, bro.
I saw this video of some like old frail lady. She like opens her jacket like this, and it's a shirt, and says why, and she goes like, "Why the fuck aren't you vegan yet?" And it says that on the show on the shirt too, and it's just this 9-year-old kid aiming the fucking camera to the ceiling, and it's just him in the corner, his eye going like, "I can see the wires in your neck." It's like, this is so mean. It's just a fucking honestly, the internet's gonna ruin kids. Like it already probably has. It already ruined us, I think, to some degree. I
don't think it ruined me. I think the internet saved me.
You go to sleep to fucking live leak videos.
The internet saved me. I think if there was no internet, I would have been committing crimes and shit.
Yeah.
I think the internet fucking gave me an outlet to calm down.
The difference would be you would be getting caught. That would be the fucking difference.
I'd be getting caught. I don't commit crimes.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
yeah. You can't prove it.
Maybe
the cops can't prove it.
Maybe not out loud.
The cops can't prove it either. You can't prove it either, bitch. You gonna do?
All right, we'll do one more. Imagine paying $60 for Pokemon Sword and Shield Rodent. He says, "Hello, Chris, Derrick, and the Antichrist."
Ouch.
Just straight up. Just
shit.
Just fuck you, dude. He says, "Question. Imagine there." Oh my God. I was hoping we wouldn't get to this today.
Here we go.
Imagine there is a man who has cum that tastes very good and is one of the most delicious things you've ever had, like 5-star meal at an expensive restaurant. He'd let you try it out, but only if you suck his 7-inch cock to completion and as he comes in your mouth. Would any of you do that? If yes, how often?
No.
And if any of you are a bitch and too scared to drink his cum, he'd be willing to make accommodations and dress like a femboy and or say, "Here comes the airplane," before the dick goes in. This is a whole man's question.
Let's go.
Yo, this guy's a fucking... Okay, first of all...
I definitely do it, but not because I'm gay or anything like that.
No, that's highly debatable.
You know what's crazy?
Highly
you know
debatable.
What's crazy? Saying I'm not gay is fine, but saying I'm not gay or anything like that is just primo I'm gay. That just screams I am actually gay.
Yeah, because you're knowledgeable about all the different shades.
Yeah. Remember when Lil B was coming out with a mixtape called "I'm Gay"?
I love that.
Everybody made it. Everybody, like everybody in the hip hop world is making a big fucking deal about that. Do you remember that shit?
I do remember.
You know what's so funny? The hip hop community loves Lil B, bro. The hip hop community, I love it. Like, there's for a period of time there was a called Task Force Protect Lil B, and there was a bunch of like rappers retweeting like at any cost keep Lil B alive, never let Lil B disappear.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do this.
I would.
I
wouldn't.
No, there's no way. There's plenty of things in life that are fucking awesome, but like you have to do some. And like I imagine, if you're really into nature and like seeing like beautiful things, say standing at the top of a mountain might be like something awesome to you. But would you want to make that fucking trek? Would you want to go there? Would you actually want it? Fuck no. Like, fuck no. So it's like, just because there's this dude's cum tastes like fucking Wagyu or something, I don't care. You have to fucking no.
That's the thing, because I could just go.
This guy's cum tastes like Hubba Bubba Max, the LeBron one, so it's really tasty. It's super tasty.
It's just like,
you know what's wild? That's how I knew LeBron, from the gum. Because I didn't watch basketball.
That's crazy.
So you never heard of him until gum? Okay.
I mean I heard the name, but I didn't know. I assumed it was sports.
I guess. I mean,
that's so crazy to me. That's so crazy to me how you just not know who LeBron. That's like not knowing who like fucking I don't know like Derrick Jeter is. It's like how the fuck you don't know who Derrick Jeter is?
The fuck is that? You trying to say Volkswagen Jetta?
Yeah, that's it. course, you know fucking Derek Jeter. He's like your hometown hero or some
He
shit.
is a hometown hero, actually.
The Mets, right?
Damn, bro. You probably can't go back to the Bronx anymore. You probably can't return to where you were born. That's crazy.
Nobody gives a shit about Derek Jeter anymore.
How the fuck are you gonna say that? How the fuck are you
isn't
gonna
he
say
like
that?
fucking
He led
Jennifer
the team.
Lopez or
He
something?
led the team to 13 fucking championships. You're about to lose your Puerto Rican card, bro. You
Listen,
can't immediately spout off facts about baseball.
I have fond memories of Derek Jeter and baseball and all this shit, but like nobody cares. But like I guarantee you, Derek Jeter will never trend again. When he dies, he'll trend, and that's about it.
That's
like,
so you sound like a disgusting little millennial. He's like a disgusting little Gen Zer.
I'm just correct.
He's never gonna trend again. You're never gonna get enough likes. You're never gonna do it. You can't do it.
I'm just saying, it's not like the most relevant thing to New York right now.
He's a legend in New York. You know how New York is about the culture, bro?
I understand, but like people might respect, but everyone forgot.
No,
Everyone forgot. I assure you, everyone
forgot who Derek Jeter is. That's the most crazy shit ever. Go.
They'll remember when you say it.
Go into a bodega. Go into a bodega in the Bronx. Is going to the bodega connected to the apartment building that I grew up in, and you'll walk in there, and there's a fucking literally there shows all the championships the Yankees have won, and then it's a picture of Jeter in the bottom swinging.
I understand. But I'm
kind
saying
of like Kobe to LA.
He is.
I feel like
he's not as big
I
as Kobe
guess.
as LA though. He's not as big. I think Kobe is definitely.
I mean, he definitely transcends because, like, yeah,
Kobe is different.
I
Because I love Kobe. Kobe Bryant's my favorite basketball player, and I'm from New York City, where we hate him.
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that a lot.
There's no baseball transcendence. Like nobody cares that much about baseball.
There's a few,
Like,
but there's not. There's
But that's the thing. But that's what I'm saying. It's like baseball as a sport. It's like it's an American pastime, but it's not really anymore. Like no one cares about it now. That's why MLB is on every console now because they
I
gotta fucking
disagree.
sell
People,
more.
people really care about baseball, man. It's wild.
and they
Listen-
shouldn't. That's it's fucking insane to me.
I'm
and
not
people
saying
care.
people don't care. I'm saying this is the
shouldn't
same exact conversation with the fucking Batman shit. It's not that people don't know. It's that most people don't. Most people don't give a shit about baseball anymore. This isn't 2002.
It's
Yeah,
dude, that's
you know.
weird. That's
It's
weird
such an
because in
inferior
California, people really care about baseball, bro.
They do, and well,
People
look,
really care about baseball, particularly in California.
just not nearly as much as they did.
Because
but
all
they
the
still
Mexicans
do.
are trying to pretend to be Dominicans, and they're just
That's so
trying to do
disrespectful. That's so disrespectful, but
Hey,
true. They're not. They're not the
Northern
same.
Mexico. Northern Mexico really likes baseball. Okay,
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
Northern Mexico
Yeah, but that's
can Northern
because-
Mexico go home. Fuck those guys.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing though. Like a lot of Spanish cultures really do like just romanticize America. Like they just do. Like in Cuba and in like I don't know if it's necessarily in Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic too, but like they're obsessed
Yeah.
with like 50s cars. Like there's a massive obsession around like Ford cars and like all these old school like American made vehicles for whatever the fuck reason, because they're just into it there because it's like old American stuff. It's almost like hand-me-downs sometimes, and I feel like baseball is that hand-me-down. Like we don't care. Here you go. We're done with this kind of, because nobody. Who's the most famous baseball player today? Do you know?
Today,
Mike Trout. I don't know.
Exactly.
You say him. I don't know
I don't
exactly.
think so. I think that was years ago.
Personally, I don't watch baseball anymore.
Here's what I'm saying though. When we were kids, we all knew that answer.
It was A-Rod.
It was A-Rod and Derek Jeter. We could tell you that these people were like beyond like
And then
mega
before
fucking
that,
famous.
it was Mark McGuire and
Yeah.
fucking Sammy Sosa,
Yeah.
Barry Bonds.
Barry
like, there
Bonds and
was-
his
it
fucking
was
forehead.
Clear.
Barry Bonds
HGH
featuring his forehead.
And yeah, you're actually, that's a great point
You're
though.
very
That is
right.
actually a really good point.
We're
that
also
right now-
boomers that play. We're also boomer video gamers now. We don't watch anything, but that's true at the same time.
But still, there's no like, there's who's the ambassador of baseball? Who's the face of baseball? Like that's actually true. Like there isn't one that's big enough. But I guess that's there's even like say football only has that because Tom Brady's still around.
exactly.
You know, like there's some people that are really huge, obviously, but like say especially who's that piece of shit on Kansas City that just got like $400 million.
I forgot. I haven't watched baseball. I haven't watched football in a while.
Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes. is in Kansas City. He's been there for like 3 years and fucking already been in like Super Bowl like twice and already won it. Like, this is insane. An athlete, insane. But like, it's gonna take a while for him to be like a face. Tom Brady, there's a face. Baseball, who the fuck? What? Like, I gotta look it up right now. Most famous baseball player right now.
Even in 2005, things were like, what?
Who's that? Ken Griffey Jr.
It's Manny Ramirez, but I only know that.
I can't believe you said that.
I was just trying to.
I can't believe you said that. I was like, what?
I was trying to think of something. I was gonna.
You know what's
Daryl
crazy?
I was trying to think of something.
The first moment you said that, I was like,
dude,
you mean the black guy from fucking what you call it? The black guy that went to jail? Because I thought you were talking about freaking what's his name?
DMX.
He was in He was on something Maguire. He was in Jerry Maguire. What's his name?
Oh, Cuba
Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
And I was like, Ken Griffey Jr. Cuba Gooding Jr. The guy that went to jail.
Jesus
Look,
Christ.
I typed in most famous baseball players right now, and it did number one. It says Mike Trout. So I think I just guessed right.
Yeah, I have no clue who that guy is.
I know who Mike Trout is.
I only know because like when I was briefly trying to show some rally, because I lived in Orange County, so it was like Anaheim Angels. So I tried to show some support. I knew a little bit about the Angels. And then when they became the Los Angeles of Anaheim, I gave less of a fuck because it's just, how disgraceful is that shit? It's like, oh, we're going to have this team not in L.A., but it represents L.A. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
The Angels,
get the
too.
fuck
It's
out
so
of
stupid.
here.
All right, well, I think that'll be it. This is a long one.
Yeah, fuck baseball.
So if you like what you heard today somehow, if you liked any of that,
somehow.
This episode was a mess. This episode was
consider-
a fucking mess of an episode. Fucking disaster. Fucking horror story.
I'll clean it up maybe.
Nah,
fucking horror.
don't even do anything to it. Don't do anything to it.
I just put it up as is.
You disappeared for 10 minutes. A bunch of fucking things popped up during the call because of me.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Dude, I think
mess.
people might enjoy it.
I should just post this unedited just so people could see how bad it can get. But, oh my God, my arm. God. If you like what you heard today, consider supporting us over at patreon.com/the Snark Tank. I feel like I had a stroke there for a second. Hold on, gotta open the Patreon.
You sure you can do the names today? I don't want you to fucking fall asleep in the middle of doing it.
I might die, but it'll be worth it. I think.
I mean, okay.
At least I died COVID free. Well, actually, I'm not COVID free. I have it in my body. That's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable.
So you should have got Pfizer, man. They did a different process. You probably wouldn't feel as
The
fucked
Johnson
up.
and the Slonson and Schlonson's feeling really good in me, man. No cluts on me.
Yeah. You're about to get fucking blood clots in your eyes.
Fucking, I'm
He stands up to go to the bathroom, and his leg looks like Squidward's legs.
I'm Jamaican, bro. I was
fucking-
born with blood clots, man. I was born with blood clots. I'm fine.
I was born with blood clots. Oh my God! Holy fuck!
Okay, watch
All
him
right,
out. Watch him out, bro.
Okay.
$1 a month. $1 a month gets you early access to every episode and access to bonus solo episodes. Derrick's is going up real soon, by the way, so there'll be 2 episodes for you to go through. And Sweeney's done with his, so that'll go up soon too. $5 gets you a question read on the show. $10 gets you access to our Discord server. That's one payment, and you're in for good. And $25 gets your name dyslexically read at the end of the show, which I will do now. You gonna count me down?
3, 2, 1.
You're not. Okay,
go.
interesting. You're not the only trans person watching these himbos. Look at us.
What?
So last episode we had somebody
That's true.
who said their name was like the only trans person watching this, listening to this podcast. So we've got multiples. We're starting to get
We're more diverse. More diverse. First,
we are more diverse. We can
first culturally, now sexually.
Well, I'll be gay if we need it.
I mean, I've been, but I'm at the whole closet thing going on.
Yeah, well,
Right.
if we're talking about trans, we're not talking about gayness. We're just talking about.
No, I understand, but like just
what are
to
we talking
diversify
about?
us sexually and like from like.
Oh, I see.
yeah.
I see. I mean,
I guess it is more of
hey,
a gender identity thing.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll talk. You know, anybody, we'll talk. Just
Anybody will talk. All right, I'm not picky at all.
we got any fucking animals listening? What up?
All right.
What's up?
okay, too far.
All right, Zavala filling Eris Morn's 3 acolyte eye sockets with his luminous, awoken semen. God, fuck! I will take the whole Snark Tank crew to Brazil as punishment for their sins. When in doubt, splooge it out.
Oh my Lord.
Snarkoleptic Spank Tank, the trans girl that will fuck your mom so she can say, God, these are getting crazy.
Heyo.
So she can say she fucked your mom and she's gay. Oh my fucking God. Goops McKenzie.
That's really fucking funny, dude. Keep it up.
That's such a Bart Simpson ass fucking
Goops
McKenzie. It's so silly that like I can't help but think it's funny. This house was built with cum. My soul, is its fireplace. I sold my kidney this morning. That's
Dude,
his name.
Everyone has cum in their name. What the hell's going on here?
Hey man, we did this.
We don't talk about cum that much.
We talk about it more than people should.
I guess
That's true.
This isn't a doctor's office. Levi Sutton, Mrs. Mike Rapini, 2 fetuses tied together and used as nunchucks. Femboy Hooters waiter, Sammy and his big titty fishy, Charlotte Gerde, or Gerd? It looks French, but it's probably not. Drunken Dullahan, Cuckoo Kachoo, the cotton candy coming clown of Chris's deepest fantasies. Cotton candy coming clown, Jesus. Pre-Roz.
All right.
My name... Oh.
Why'd you slow down?
All right. My name is DMX, and I have information that will lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton.
No!
This is why I hesitated. Cum man, the man of cum, big dick Teletubby. Watch this tummy while you this tummy while you gurgle that cummy.
That's magic, bro.
That is magic.
Watch
it's so
it.
stupid, and it's not even clever, but it works.
That's pretty clever, dude. I'm sorry.
Blake896, Pinyap Vivo, the Epic Oshawott, Silly Putty Eater, Rawbutt Gorilla Meme, the Ultra Smurfs. Chris knowingly carries a knife in his knapsack to knife a knight in the knee. Ace Man, fucking kill me. Subscribe to Dr. Purple on YouTube. DMX wasn't paying his medical bills, so when the cops came to arrest him, they accidentally killed him with their knee. What a shit head.
Oh my God.
You're the worst. Why is his guy's
fuck?
profile picture is fucking Picard, too? That makes it even worse.
What an
Holman
ass.
Brown 98, Diego Andres Hernandez. Hey boss, no seriously, please follow me on Twitter. I am but a humble peasant wishing to have the whole Snark Trinity. Ryan Lucchesi, what's the difference between Chris and Castro? I'd revive Castro because he actually had the ray gun. I don't know what that means.
Fuck, that's
I
some
feel
Call
like
of
it's a
Duty. Yeah.
joke. Huh?
That's a Call of Duty joke, definitely.
I wish I got it. All I know is that it's a Call of Duty joke. Slashy Scout, Atrasoni, I'm Rogue Warrior. I kill people while telling them their parents hate them, wife is cheating on them, and their dog is deceased. God bless Mickey Rourke, man. God bless that game. Quivering Cloaca, if you don't know, that's the hole on an animal. Fuck you. You're such a shithead. Tommy, I'm not even. These are getting so long. Tommy the Atrocious Alien Fucker, please check out my podcast called How Did We Get Here every Thursday. Leroy Jenkins, God damn it, Michelle Obama accidentally sat on the drone strike button again. In Jamaica, a slice of apple pie is $2.50, whereas a slice is $3 in the Bahamas. It's just Pirates of the Caribbean. You're such a shit.
That's so fucking.
I'm
can't
banning
believe
this
that.
person.
I want that person's house sunk. I want somebody to sink it.
Sunk. You come near me again, I'll sink your house.
That's terrestrial damage, bro. I want his house sunk. That's some shit that a god would tell another god.
Flippy app forcing Chris to put on femboy socks. Hard hat skydiver. Flippyap and Pinyap, all these fucking grunt names. Ben Shapiro's secret AOC worship room. Chris has a high voice for a lesbian. Lord Gavin. Whoever comes after the Hey You and Skyrim guy should continue the meme for Chris's comfort. God, no. What else? Maximo's quivering asshole. I was clock-blocked by a turtle. Alaskan oilfield trash. Lieutenant Lipton's famous teabag facials. Not an FBI agent. Juan Punchman. Marcus Shorten. Mr. Fuck. Jim Crow's daddy issues. Abusi. Papa Nurgle. Tom Sweeney's ropey streams and clam sauce bakery. Ew. Tom Sweeney whipping a whimpering Discord wumpus. Chris Cumpster Dumpster.
Nice.
Murder Ascended. David Connolly, the dyslexic that feels Chris's pain. Skydiver contemplating if today is the day he just doesn't open his parachute. Lobotomized Jesus is my drooling divine savior. Heiko, 7-year-old fetus. Moto Zealot. Hey, you're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush. Same as us. Hiroshima spicy mushrooms. Wintu Watsu, the African little bussy. Kill that cockroach and take that pussy. Derrick's unyielding sex drive. Dummy Thick Dave. Yes. Heartless Wretch, a.k.a. the Ebony Goblin from the dump of New York City. Uncle Tony's Pizzeria and Abortion Clinic, where today's loss is tomorrow's sauce. I think this guy might be dead. The Rootin' Tootin', Pussy Chewin', Booty Lootin', Semen Shootin', Sex Machine. God, what a waste of... I clicked that and waited for it to load just for Sex Machine.
Sex Machine.
Just for Sex Machine.
Jackson Absage, Badly Brave, Jolly Old Dipshit, Hugger Derrick, the movie theater assistant manager, Ethereum Mrs. Butthurt McConnell, Chris, Gate My Progerian Hunting Ass, Deflated Left Ass Cheek, All Hands on Dick, Arrow, Sunny Chance, Chris, you should listen to One Armed Scissor by At the Drive-In. It's a good song. This guy keeps recommending different... He actually goes through the trouble of like recommending a different song every week. Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad. Melphis 1, harbinger of the corporate internet. Richter 86, and rounding things all off, the hopefully still with us King of Haphazard.
Woo! Those names are getting insane. Those shits are getting wild.
These are getting. We gotta.
Yeah, up it again. You gotta up it again, man.
I don't want to raise the price because I think we're doing good.
Fuck no.
I think we're doing good with 25. 25 is fine.
That's a lot of names, dude.
You gotta shorten it. Because I will not. I'll tell you what. I'll read your long names up until the point the little asterisks come out. But like I've been making an effort to not do that. Click through and read the whole thing. But at a certain point, I just got to get through this.
That's abuse.
It's abuse.
Hey man,
Abusi.
Niggas got to get their money's worth, man. Niggas got to get their money's worth.
That pirate guy.
Pirates of the Caribbean. That's fantastic.
Yeah, pirates. Yeah.
I think
that's one of those jokes you just get beaten up for.
Yeah. That's a joke that somebody administers you with a vaccine like on purpose the wrong way.
That's the kind of joke that like if you say that shit.
Can you get a vaccine anywhere but your shoulder? Like what?
He puts it in the head of your penis. Not even in the tube. It's the fucking head of your dick. All
right. Episode done.